Hello, hello, chat. Can you believe that I'm still alive? Can you believe that I'm still here? Because I can't. Welcome, I guess, to the final stream of Everyday August. My last stream was supposed to be the last stream of Everyday August, but I've decided, you know what? I didn't finish my 24-hour stream, unfortunately. So, we're just gonna fucking ball. You know, we're here. I'm ready. We are playing Sonic, the new Sonic racing game. That's gonna be fun. I played a little bit with Dawn, maybe like 2 hours ago, so I know what I'm doing. I don't know if we can actually verse each other online or if it's like the festival shit that's going on currently. Oh my god, it's Scott.
Have joined. What is up?
Hey, are you alright?
Mr. Wages.
That's
How you
me.
doing?
Hi. I'm doing
Hey,
fine. Oh, we're all
that's
here.
good. That's good.
We're all here, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go.
We're in.
We're all here. The gang's all here.
Yippee!
I have me the two boys. We got Mr. Local Boy. How you going, Local Boy?
Hello, friend. I'm waving at the camera at your chat, just so they know.
Yippee!
Hi, Scott's chat.
You sound like you're talking through your phone, Scott.
Does.
hang on. Let me fix that. The Discord. Oh, sorry. Apparently, according to the input device, it's using the Shocks Open Run Pros, which I'm using.
There you go. That's
Nice.
I see.
K-Dog, I also use the browser Opera GX, but the stream together thing does not allow you.
That's
It says
kinda
you have to
crazy.
use... Yeah, right? You have to use Firefox
that's
or
kinda-
Chrome.
That's kind of cringe.
It's kind of
I like it.
anus, if you ask
Kinda
me.
cringe.
It's terrible.
It is.
Scott,
it is.
I'm going to turn your
Have you guys been
volume up.
playing much Sonic Racing Crossworlds?
I
played
a
a
tiny
little
bit
bit of it before.
today.
Oh, very good, very good.
Why do you
Well,
sound
before
like
we
you're
go
so
back to-
far away?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, your mic is very quiet. Okay, hang on. Let me fix this. Let me
Okay,
fix
good.
this.
It's not just us.
Where is your mic? Is your mic in the other room? What's happening?
You're like yelling from across the room.
Hello.
Oh,
There
I
he
hear
is.
him. I hear him.
My
I
mouth
hear
is
him.
right
It's
up
much
to the mic.
better.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to
Sounds
be like
good
this
to
the whole
me.
time?
Yes.
I
want
oh,
those.
Okay, what do you like on
tones.
your stream? I have to check.
Okay. I will just talk like this for the whole time then. Okay, is that better?
Hold
Sounds
up,
good to
where
me.
are you?
Are you watching the stream? Are you watching what I'm looking like right now?
No, hold up, I'm getting there.
This
Hold
is how I'm
up.
talking. Also, do you
Hold
like
up!
the Sonic
Stop
Better
yelling at
Generations
me!
banner I got?
I do like the
Mr. Wag, did you
Generations
see the banner I got?
The banner. No, I have not.
Yo, check out the stream. Yo, everyone on Wag's stream, stop watching his stream. Come to my stream real quick. Check out the
What the
check out the
hell?
backdrop.
That's toxic.
Check out the
This is,
backdrop.
this is what co-streaming with Scott's
Oh,
like.
you got the Shadow Generations backdrop. That's
begging for people to come over to his stream.
sick.
Please watch my stream, please. I beg you, please, please.
Okay.
Oh, we should
Oh.
totally do like the OBS virtual cameras and have each other on.
I know what's wrong. I've realized what's the matter. I've actually got my mic set up the wrong way around, so the back of my mic was pointing towards my mouth.
Fuck's
When
sake.
it-
I was gonna
it-
say,
this-
why did you suddenly get so loud?
Oh no, because I had to take my mic apart today because I was moving, and I put it back on, but I put the wrong side towards my mouth.
That's funny.
Guys,
That it all makes sense. It all makes sense now. Aye.
Hang on.
Bear with me, everyone.
There's a bear
oh,
with
wait,
you.
no, we can't. I was gonna say we can't because Scott's using his phone as a thing, so we can't do the camera thing. 'Cause I was gonna
Okay,
say,
chat/YouTube. Is that better?
It is definitely better.
way better.
Okay, yeah, I had my mic the wrong way around. I'm a big dumbhead.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm a ding
That's
dong.
great.
You knobhead.
Ah. And hopefully you guys sound good on my end. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I like how you
hello.
I
guys
would
both
hope so.
just reshared my story for your going live story. Oh no, Local Boy made his own one as well. Okay,
I
that's
just said I'm gonna
Mike?
win. Even though I
What are you,
don't know if we're
Mario?
actually fighting each other.
I mean,
So-
yeah, we're racing.
good. Oh, thank you, Skullcat. Sounds much way better. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah. The normal online mode doesn't work at the moment. We've only got festival.
Yeah,
mode.
we've got festivals, so
Uh,
we're gonna be in like a
which I-
team.
Yes. Yo, we team Sonic Racing.
We're Team Sonic Racing.
We're team Sonic Racing, and we're gonna be Joker Racing as well with no voice lines.
That's true. He does have no voice.
Thank you,
line.
Vestige.
Yo,
I got this.
baby girl.
I got.
Yo, I gotta
I
check
got-
out your stream.
I'm wearing a purple headband.
Yo.
I got it from work. We had a wear it purple day, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's rock the look. Let's keep the hair out the face.
I respect that.
Thank you. Appreciate
I
you.
like that.
Appreciate you.
Let me turn down my music.
So
Yo, did you
wait,
see the new Hatsune Miku track for this game as well?
I
What
have
is
not yet. No.
Hatsune Miku track? Dawn and I were joking about it earlier. We would just drive. You would just drive over like a cardboard cutout of Hatsune Miku.
So, in preparation for the game's launch, over the next few weeks, there are official Sonic Hatsune Miku collab songs that will be dropping. The first one came out about 2 nights ago. I'm not a big Hatsune Miku fan, but the song is slaps. It's actually really, really good.
Guys, did you know it's Hatsune Miku's birthday today?
Oh my god! And just for her birthday, they decided to give us Joker in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds Open.
Totally
Network.
makes sense.
Right?
It
Totally
makes-
makes sense.
For the next 24 hours, we get to play as Joker from Persona 5.
Joker
Royal
Persona
Joker
5.
is the
Slash
Hatsune Miku of the Persona world, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Love me some Hatsune Joker. That was funny. It wasn't even funny in my head. I don't know even why I said that.
Hatsune Joker.
You know what? Here, you know what,
I'm a
Scott?
Hatsune
Here you go.
Joker, baby.
Here you go, Scott.
Hatsune.
That was good.
Oh,
gave you-
you laughed. Thank you.
I gave you a
what's this guy
pity
doing?
laugh. I hope that's all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
While we are getting Persona 5 Overwatch, yeah, that's crazy. That we're getting some Overwatch 2. Yo, treat viewers on streamboo.com. Thank you so
Get
much.
rid of
Free,
that fucker!
free viewers.
Thank you so much for posting that in my chat.
Everyone in chat, get him!
very-
Kill this man.
Whoa. Okay, whoa, hold on.
Thank you
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa.
much. How do we,
Before we get into this, Wag, how are you feeling? Because you came off a 24. Oh wait, no, it
I
wasn't
did
a 24.
No,
it
I
was
did
a
not do a
13-hour fucking
I didn't
stream.
do 24. I needed to sleep. I was alive.
Loser.
What do you mean?
I've done a 24-hour stream. It's easy. Chat, it's not easy.
Yeah,
Chat,
no.
it's
The
really not
issue, the
easy.
issue is that I was awake for like the whole day prior to doing it. If I was,
Yeah,
that was the mistake I made. If I had started streaming as soon as I woke up, I would have done 24 hours because I ended around the same time I woke up the
You should have
previous
streamed at
day.
work. You should have just streamed at work.
Yeah. Should have
I
been like
wasn't
an
at
hour
work.
Stream.
I had errands to make.
Errands.
Oh, God.
All right, who's Aaron, huh?
Ugh.
Sorry.
To make.
Stupid.
You're
You making
funny.
babies over here? What's going on?
Whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
Baby
whoa.
later.
Chat, lore leak.
Ah, that was not funny. Gamers, are you ready to make a nice little room in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds?
I'm so ready.
Okay, you're
for
gonna
that.
have to kind of lead this because I have no idea how to do all that.
All right, let me set up the what is it called? The lobby.
the lobby.
Also, the game is very loud, so I
It is
recommend
Yeah, very loud.
Turning the game down.
Yeah, I'm like going already and changing shit.
It's
Now,
at
mixer
45% on my
options.
mixer.
Damn. Damn. Okay. There we go.
I've just
What,
turned the
what's
like
everyone's
master
controller
volume in
choice
game
today?
down.
That's loud for 45%. Oh boy.
Oh my god, it's Joker from Persona 5. Yo, chat, check this
Joker
out.
from Persona 5.
Oh no, it's gone.
Can I
Okay,
change?
yep,
I can
good
change
one.
my icon.
Can you?
Yeah. I can
Wow.
be Shadow.
How do you change your icon?
It's
You
in
go
the
to
player
extras.
settings. No, it's in friends list actually.
Ah, don't listen to me then. Don't listen
Friends
to me.
list, and it's
I don't
right
know
on the end.
What the fuck? That's dope.
Their icon settings. You can be Shadow.
From
Do I
Persona?
need silver yet? Probably not.
Tails icon looks fucking
no
goofy.
silver in this.
That's fucking bullshit.
Okie dokie. Oh, what do you want, the Domper? What does this guy want?
Have you played the game yet, Scott?
I have indeed. I have indeed.
Okay, because
time for some
you had-
Domper news!
when I booted the game the first time, I actually had to do a Grand Prix before I was able to
Yeah.
play online. So I'm just double checking that, we don't have that.
Oh, I'm Dr. Skotnik. I know what I'm doing.
That's
Scott,
that's
do
true,
I not
actually.
have you on Steam?
What?
Yo, we gotta be Joker. We gotta be Joker.
Persona
We've got
5.
Joker on a board. I think we do. Is this spoilers? Right?
I don't know what you're looking at, so maybe.
Oh.
Did you know?
Let's go to online. And let's see if we've got local boy on Steam.
No, I don't have you as a friend. What the hell? No, we don't have each other
What
on
the
Steam.
hell?
What the fuck? That's crazy,
Yo,
guys.
Add me.
Guys, what the hell?
What's your
Add me, baby,
name?
go. What do you think
What's
my
your
name is?
name?
I don't fucking know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Oh no.
Wait,
no,
should I
no,
add
no,
you on
don't tell
Steam
you.
then?
Yeah, add me on Steam. Otherwise, I can just add you in this game as well. I can just go
No,
friend
no,
list.
shut up!
Oh. Whoa.
Damn, okay, I see how it is.
Whoa.
Stop yelling at me. No, I gotta do a
Let's
friend
invite
code,
back
not a.
the lobby.
Give me a friend code.
Ooh.
Friend code. Just type my
Scott's
name
giving
in.
me the-
That's not why this works.
It is.
If
just go
you
to add
need,
friend,
you
and
can
type my name
you can check my friends list, and he'll be there somewhere.
Can I?
Yeah, you can check other people's
Yeah.
friends list.
How many friends do you have?
in. All around the
I don't know,
I mean, that's
enough.
Sonic
106!
Racing.
That's fine. You'll see him right away.
Yeah, I'll be playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Yeah. I have
With
106
Sonic
friends.
Racing.
How's that possible?
Yo, is everyone just gonna be playing as Joker in this?
Wasn't that the
No.
point?
Uh-oh.
I sent you a friend request.
I don't have to be Joker. I've been gaming as Shadow.
Alright, let's get
I
that
was
friend
playing as
request.
Shadow, but then I was playing as Jet the other day. Well, like before I hopped on stream.
Okay, friend list. Hopefully I don't have to restart my whole game for you to appear now.
Nah, surely not.
Maybe.
I feel like that's gonna be
Surely
the
I can
case.
invite you.
Yeah, just you know what, Wag, you run it. You run it.
Yeah,
Can
maybe,
I-
okay, I'll disconnect and then can you invite him or do I have to like quit
I
out
have
and you gotta
to. I would have to start the lobby in order to.
Okay, let's get out of
Invite
this one. Leave the
both of you.
cool squad. Ugh.
Oh
Alright,
boy.
let's try that again. Let's try that. We're gonna play a
We
bit.
lock
Wait,
in,
do I
we
have
lock
to
in.
get out of it as well? I probably do, don't I?
No, it should be fine. I can just send you both invites since I have you both
Why does Joker
on
look
Steam.
like that? Why does his eyes look like that? Why do they look so soulless?
There's one for you, Mr. Local Boy,
Oh, okay. Oh.
and there's one for you, Dr. Scopic.
Racing. Oh, thank you so much.
Where
That's
do I
exciting.
find-
Accept. Join lobby.
It's
Alrighty.
working.
Yo, the creepy
working.
headphones _ You got this. Thank you so much, Kings. Hope
there
you
it
guys
is.
are doing well.
King.
Hope you guys have been enjoying Sonic Crossworlds yourselves. Also, what do you guys think of this? Look at this. How cool this backdrop is.
He got the whole poster.
I got the whole poster.
You get the whole poster.
I got the whole poster.
Guys, he stole it.
Alright.
What?
Local boy, get in here.
He's
I
in.
am in here.
We did it.
Oh.
We're here. All three of us.
Oh, there you are. You're Jet. It's the 3 Jokers.
It's the 3.
Do I have to be? Do I have
You
to?
don't
be Joker?
have to be
You don't
Joker.
have to be Joker. No.
I want to try
Maybe if you
Joker.
wanna.
Well,
I might
in that
go back
case-
to Shadow.
Oh, okay, fine.
Well, I want
Oh,
to
you
try
know what?
Joker
Who's
for one
Joker?
match.
Also, Mr.
Yeah.
Headphones. How's the audio levels? Are the boys too loud? Are they too low? Am I too quiet? What's the vibe?
What's the catch?
Ooh.
I think we're.
Oh,
perfect.
we're working as a team.
Yeah, we're on a
Crush them?
team.
Logic, we will crush them. Don't you stress.
Team Sonic Racing.
We're Team Sonic Racing, guys. Team Joker
Did you guys
Racing.
ever play Team Sonic Racing much?
No, I have never actually played it. I own it.
Yeah. I played it when it came out.
Kind of mid,
Damn.
in my opinion.
In my humble opinion. Might
Oh.
turn it down slightly.
Oh,
Maybe
Bobby
35
found.
will work.
I like the little banners in the background. It's cute.
So
Oh,
is this
one
just
banner.
like a
Remind me of the
team
banner
race kind of
behind me.
thing?
So it's basically
was
the
that?
same as a normal race, except that like you're working in a team to get a certain amount of points.
Right.
So like the placement you get will give you like certain points, and then whoever has the most points wins.
I see.
Interesting.
So like, you get first,
You're pretty
second,
kind of
third,
match
fourth. You're basically guaranteed to win.
Oh,
there we
okay, yeah, I understand.
Yo, Morgana. Ah.
Nuh-uh, Kasumi.
Yeah, her. I forgot what her name was. I didn't know what her name was.
Yeah, and then we've got
Alright.
these like bonus little like festival things.
Where are we going?
I'm just choosing
Where
random.
are we dropping, boys?
Yeah,
I'm going
random.
for the Wonder Museum. I love Wonder Museum. Water Palace though, I've got beef with Water Palace. I
You got
swear
beef
that
with Water
level gets
Palace?
chosen. Yeah, I swear that level gets chosen so many times. I'm like, can we please stop? Can we please not?
The
Also, have you
stadium
even
one
seen
gets
Dragon
chosen a
Road in
bunch
this
of
game
times.
yet?
Who the fuck is Amy?
That's what I was
That
thinking.
so it's a 4-on-4-on-4.
Alien?
Xylian's here?
Imagine.
That was funny.
I'm pretty sure Dawn was saying that they wanted to play.
Yeah, I was playing with Dawn earlier, and I said if you're still
Oh.
playing like at 8, come join.
Ah, what the fuck?
What the
Communication error.
Communication error? You got a
Already?
communication error?
hell? We're off to a great start, chat. We're off to
Network
anyone else get
test. Network test.
Oh, the Phantoms. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I like that. Alright, tap your allies. Whoa, pause. Pause on that.
Wait, did no one else get that?
No, I think
Nah.
you just got it.
What the hell?
Waiting
Yo,
for
why
other
is
play.
Joker so tall? Joker is so tall in this game. Holy moly.
Bro's
Can I
got
just
that.
like? Surely I can just rejoin.
No, I don't think you can.
Let's go.
Alright, I don't. Oh, I'm trying to remember how to play. It's been an hour and a half.
I'm not sure how this works. So I'm just driving. I don't know why we've got like lines attached to us.
That's so like that shows us the teams. I'm also throwing
Okay.
so goddamn hard right now. Oh god, I should not be playing as Joker Persona 5. One of my fucking notification sound is from Persona 5. I'm gonna think I'm getting fucking phone like
So every
Notification.
trick you think it's every trick you think you get a text message.
yeah. No, I did
Okay,
the
you gotta tap each other to get points. Okay, I gotta tap evil. Evil, let
Yes.
me tap.
we tap each other.
How many
We get
points we got?
we
Oh,
get a
we got
boost.
no taps. Hey yo, tap me.
So they're
tap
all
me.
individual.
Evil,
Not your phone going off.
evil
Yeah.
Stig, what are you doing?
Don't worry, I'll tap you. I'm right
Yo,
behind
tap
you.
me up. I'll break. Tap me.
I'm
Tap me.
trying.
Don't get the magnet.
No. Oh,
Got the
I'm a
magnet,
little.
didn't
I'm
you?
ahead now.
Can you hurry up?
Oh, what happened? Network error.
Oh my days.
I got a
Okay,
network
so you
error.
got it. Okay.
No.
Alright, let's go. Oh, are we mirror mode? I think we're mirror mode as well.
That's crazy.
This is messing me up.
So I was playing Luigi's Mansion 2 last night, and every time I got a phone call in that game, I thought I was getting a phone call in real life because it's also my fucking ringtone.
This guy.
Brother.
I'm a nerd. What can I say?
Oh,
We'll give
Alright,
that a
come
shot
on.
this time. The whole like period of time that I was playing beforehand,
hey yo.
I did not get a network error. This is your fault.
Oh, yo, we got the network error. Let's go. Let's go. Love a network error.
Alright, screw Joker Persona 5. We're going
Error,
back
error?
to Shadow.
Yo, local boy,
Hello.
region. Happy
Hello.
Faz Day. Happy
Hi,
Faz Day.
Faz.
Faz Day.
Faz.
Say happy. You gotta say Happy Faz Day.
Faz, is it your birthday?
No. It's just Happy Faz
No,
Day.
it's mine.
Oh. I mean, I know that, but like, okay.
Your last race did not end properly. Fair play points were reduced. Okay, so
I
you
don't-
get penalized.
You
for,
do get penalized.
Get a
but, like,
network.
who cares?
Great. Thanks, game. I got the Luigi's. Oh, yo, creepy headphones also.
That's
has the Luigi's
sick.
Mansion ringtone.
I love that.
Faz, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Faz.
It's Hatsune Miku's birthday.
Yeah, and Faz.
Wait, you
will be
share a
his
birthday with Hatsune Miku? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, Faz, you share a birthday with Hatsune Miku. That's crazy.
It's crazy to think about, actually.
Congratulations. That is actually crazy.
It's a fun fact that I get to say.
Like Sune Miku? That's what you should be
At
dressing up
PAX.
as for Pixel.
At PAX.
That's crazy.
No, I'm doing Hatsune Miku cosplay for PAX because that was what was chosen thanks to chat.
Wait, legitimately?
Yeah, chat decided
Oh my
because
God, that's
one of my
fucking sick.
donation incentives for Starlight was to do PAX cosplay, and chat gets to decide what it is. And they decided Hatsune Miku. And I'm getting raided by Dawn.
Dawn!
Dawn, join us!
Let's see if
Dawn,
this actually
get in
works
here.
this time.
Dawn, get the hell in here. What? Nell? What do you mean you hate me? The hell's that supposed to mean?
Nell,
Better-
I've never related. I don't know who you are, but I've never related to you so much in my life.
That's so mean. Nell, I thought we were homies.
BRB chat. BRB.
Shit.
Damn, okay, I see how it is. Dawn, you could be playing with us.
Come on! Shut up, Jet.
Thank you for the raid, Dawn. Wish I could.
Go on, give them a shout out.
I did!
Oh, maybe I don't see that in the shared chat then.
I always... It automatically gives a shout out once the raid hits. Alright,
Alright,
let's
let's see
hope
if
we
this
don't get
works.
network error. Place
Surely not.
wag with Dawn. What the hell?
I'm back, chat. I'm back. Oh my
Agreed.
god. So I'm looking after some cats at this house, and there was some leftover food because they weren't eating it, and one of the other cats wanted to have it. So I was like, no. So I put it up on like a really high shelf.
Ah!
Communication error. What?
People are getting communication errors.
What is this game?
Sonic the Black Knight is so good, by the way. Agreed.
All around the world.
Thank you, Dawn.
the
Thank you
Sonic
for agreeing with me.
racing.
Why am I the only one not getting communication errors?
I don't know.
Get me out of
What's going
here.
on?
I don't want to. I
You
don't want
can't
to be
even-
on their
you
team
can't
anymore.
You can't even quit from a lobby.
No.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna create the lobby this time.
That's fair.
Let's see if it works.
Sonic
This
racing.
is the
Lots
best
of people
one.
have been getting online errors, especially when EST time zones start waking up. God,
Yeah, I was
those
literally.
Americans.
I was literally playing like 3 hours ago with Dawn, and we literally did not have any connection issues.
Same. Something really funny happened last night. I was playing with some of my high school friends, and all of a sudden I join a lobby and someone likes, like, you know how you can like people in the lobbies?
Yeah.
You can just send like a little like. I got a like from a Twitch streamer I know who just happened to randomly just get into the same lobby as me, and they were live streaming it.
That's sick.
So they were like, "Oh my god, it's Dr. Scundy!" It was so cool to see someone in the community in the games.
Was it a girl?
That's
Okay.
Faz
God
says,
wish I-
I've not had any. Faz, come on, Faz.
Local
I
boys
haven't had
on this
neither
different
until right
team
now.
from me.
Am
Am
I?
win? Well, you were. It says you're on pink team, and I'm on blue, but you're not even like you just didn't you get a communication error?
Yeah, but I've added you to the new thing.
I'm in the middle of a video. I'm in the game. I can't leave.
Hello, Dawn. Hello, Dawn.
Run around some bitches. Sorry, Dawn, but Luca's not here.
I like-
He's too busy
I like
off
how I
in
just
stupid
get
car.
hello.
He's too busy in Bali. He was here earlier though. He was chatting with us while we were playing. I'm actually so bad at this game, by the way.
Wait, so you're just racing without us? What the hell are
Yes,
you
I can't quit the lobby. I don't know what you want me to do.
doing? Scott, shall we just race?
Yeah,
screw
go
this guy,
go
let's do
race,
it.
because I'm in the middle of one.
Bugger him.
Yeah, let's
Well,
go.
if it
Me and
works
Scott
for
were
you
2
two and
rounds.
not me, I'm so screwed.
It's gonna be really
Why'd
fun.
you disconnect straight away? I managed to get into a room with 6 people. That's crazy. Wait, like 6 people you knew? What
That's
what were you
awesome.
trying to say? Let's go. This music kind of groovy.
I go this way.
It is pretty groovy.
You hearing this, local boy?
There you go.
Sure.
Shit, I can see. Like, I love seeing local boy in front of me. I can hit you with a wisp if I
Wait,
wanted
what?
to.
How? I'm not racing.
I know you're not racing. I think it's an AI.
What the hell?
Yo, what the
They're
heck?
taking our jobs!
They're taking our fun.
Also, the matchmaking seems to be taking way longer than it was before. Like before, the matchmaking would be like found in like
What?
6 seconds. Now it's like taking like Overwatch 2 time.
Overwatch 2.
Maybe not that far.
Yes.
You don't play Overwatch 2.
Did you
I'm-
see them bringing Joker to Overwatch? It's crazy.
Yeah.
that's what you were talking about before.
I think it's
Oh,
very.
now I'm gonna play it. Now I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna
Now we gotta play Overwatch 2. There it goes. There goes network. I was in the third lap and it decided to kick me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but we've already started, so
No.
Yeah. We already started.
This
we already started
is the-
waiting.
this is the best
You've already
collab
started
stream
waiting.
ever.
That's fun.
Yay! There we go. Come on, Morgana.
What's with this game? It was.
I'm
It
thankful
was
that they
working
have the
fine before.
open network test so they can fix these. Hopefully they fix them. Hopefully.
I don't know. Yeah. All things considered, like the what Dawn and I were playing earlier
Metal
worked
Hard, right?
flawlessly. You know. Now all of a sudden I'm playing with these people. And it
Hey,
and it
what does
decides
that mean,
to
huh?
not work.
Oh.
What the hell does that mean, these people?
These people.
This guy. Hey, get a load of this guy.
My friends.
There.
Oh, I
there.
can I join
It's the
your
Americans'
lobby?
fault.
It's the Americans' fault? I hope that doesn't mean me,
Alright.
because I'm not American.
No, it probably means me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're actually playing.
Alright, who we got in here?
I gotta wait for the race to end.
Oh, we've got 2 local boys in this. There's 2
We do?
local boys in this
What do you mean there's 2 local
lobby. There's 2
What?
local boys. There was 2 people named local boy.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
What's going on?
What is going on?
This
Sonic
game.
team.
Alright, let's
Alright,
go.
let's go. Alright, we're gonna tap. We're gonna tap.
I can't wait to listen to these people.
Oh my god, there is another local boy.
See what I'm saying?
Faker.
You have a faker. Yo, he's in the same joke.
We said the same thing.
Yo, we're funny.
We're so funny.
Ow.
There's a reason
Alright,
we're
go, go,
friends.
Exactly.
Oh, it's
Stop
ring
hitting
rat as
me!
well.
Yo, we got the boost. I don't know what that means, but I'm boosting.
So you the tap, like the obviously with the taps and stuff, if you
Oh, it
have
builds
an
up the thing.
individual score, but if your collective group gets enough score, you get a boost.
Uh-huh.
So
I see.
like you aim to get the highest score and then you get a boost collectively.
Okay.
Ow!
Oh my god, there's so many items going on. What is happening?
It is a very chaotic game.
Oh, I got a shield.
I got a shield too. Alright, come on.
One day we'll get somewhere.
Well, at least me and local boy are having fun together.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah, what the hell, guys? I want to play. I want to play with my
Well, you are.
friends. I'm not even
You
playing.
are,
I'm
you're playing
waiting
this
for the
game.
race to end. Was it
I
me
jump.
all along?
Yep.
Oh. It was me all along.
Alright, go. Ah, you dog.
Hey!
Someone
Track?
tap me.
What's that supposed to be?
Uh-oh. No! Ah, you bum.
How did
I get to fifth?
Have you already seen people be modding this game already?
They
Really?
put Freddy Fazbear in there.
They put Freddy in the game, they
hope
put
not.
the Hello Neighbor guy in the game.
Oh
I
my
don't know why
God.
they did that. I thought everyone hated that game.
That's the thing, right?
I miss
Everybody
it.
hates that game so much. Funny guy though.
They've added the guy, the mouth guy from Amazing Digital
Let's
Circus.
go!
Oh, Kane. I know what I'm
But
talking
yeah, I'm looking
about.
forward to the mod potential this game's gonna have.
I can't wait to see the first kart replacement with Thomas
No!
the Tank Engine.
How did I go from first to like 10th? What the fuck is this game?
Well, welcome to the game.
Music. Yo, I came first, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
Scott's
Local boy.
winning.
Wait, a different version of me came like fourth.
Hey,
I'll
oh,
take
what?
it.
Which one of you
Hey,
did
what?
better?
Totally the one that was me.
AI local boy.
It wasn't. Okay.
We came second overall. Not bad. Could have been
I'll
better.
take it.
Could have been worse.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
That's
we'll
fun.
get
I feel like the game's also performing worse in this mode compared to usual.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's the monitor I'm using. I don't know.
I've only played like the original test on the PS5, and that seemed better. I at least didn't
Oh,
have
yo,
any
we-
connection issues.
Yo, look at this season pass looking thing down here.
Oh yeah, this festival mode
Alright,
has a battle
so-
pass.
Let's do main menu so that we can add Wag back in.
Wait, well, I'm
Ugh,
waiting
we
for
have
the.
to.
I'm waiting. No, you can continue. I'm waiting for the race to end.
Oh, well, I just left.
Okay, fine, fine,
God damn it!
fine. You can invite me. That's completely fine.
Damn.
Maybe one day we'll be able to
Let's try
race
the,
together successfully.
Let's try the Joker car.
There you go. Invite you to the lobby.
Thank you,
is he
thank you.
speed?
You're welcome.
It's probably because we're streaming.
Maybe.
How do I use the Persona car? I don't understand. Where is
So
it?
you can go to customize
machine?
machine.
Ah.
You can
Oh, that's it
choose
as well.
which one it is.
But I only have like this.
Oh, no, sorry, character and
okay.
machine.
Okay, you gotta go to the paint job for it. I see. It's only this front and the end that is the Joker mobile.
Yes.
There's no middle mobile.
No Joker mobiles. So every 30 minutes, the festival like bonus changes. So now it's ring grab. So the team that grabs the most rings gets bonuses and stuff.
Alright, let's get some rings, baby. Let's
There's
get some
the
rings.
rings, there's taps, and then there's also air tricks that I've seen.
Okay, so tap is only when it's the bonus thing. So at the moment, we should focus in on ring grab.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yell pitches and cars?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait, you know what? Oh, never mind. I was going to... Because I customized my car, and it is the Joker car, but I made it all sick and purple dope.
Yo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
'cause
that's like,
I'm-
yo, Morgana.
We got Joker.
Ah, god damn it.
We got Joker Persona 5.
I'm already Joker.
Joker
Alright,
twice.
It's gotta be unleashed. It's gotta be unleashed. Yo, logging on. Let's go, baby. Yes.
We're in. Have you guys heard the what is it, Windmill Isle remix?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there's parts of it which I'm a bit like, "Ooh." But overall, I actually really like it.
Overall, I like it. The drop is ass, and like the
Who's playing
beginning
as
5
Zaz?
seconds is ass.
Yo, I love how Zaz is just a crackhead. Look, every 5 seconds his head just spasms. I love it. Look.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Oh, we get to
He's
hear
like,
it again.
look.
Yeah, he's crazy with it. He's insane.
He's crazy with it.
He's crazy with it.
Alright, who
We
got
actually
now?
in this. We're doing it.
What up, Chatter Cube? You legend.
Alright, trying to get some rings.
Let's get some rings.
And make sure we tap. Alright, we gotta tap.
We don't have to tap.
We
It's
still have to-
rings.
We don't have to tap.
You can
Okay.
still
rings.
tap, but like it's
What
not
does
gonna
tap do?
It's not gonna do shit.
I just want to tap.
You can tap. I won't stop you
Hell
from
yeah.
tapping.
Hey!
Oh, dang ya. Hey!
Stop hitting me!
Yo, why are my wings diamonds?
Ah!
You see, we boosted.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. I can't drive because everyone's banging into me!
Damn. If only that was real life.
Yeah,
Where am I going?
great. Stop hitting me!
This game is so chaotic. Like, it's
Yeah.
genuinely, like, you cannot tell what's going on half the time.
But it's crazy that it was more chaotic in the
Ah!
beta at the start of the year.
Yeah,
The fact that they've
genuinely,
toned it down,
they've
and
toned
it's
it
still
down.
chaotic is crazy.
I think it's a good thing.
It is. Alright, go. Oh my god, why are my frames dropping?
Probably because we're swapping maps. Oh,
Yeah.
network error.
Literally yesterday, everything.
you get a network error, really?
Aw.
Man. Why does it keep happening? There's literally nothing I can
Like-
do about it.
Past few days, my the gameplay has been super smooth, so I don't know why it's acting up now. Maybe Joker's just too much for the game, for my
I
PC
actually
to
have no
handle.
clue why it's dying so hard. Why is it running at
Oh,
4K?
network error. Let's go. Maybe it's because of the stream. Maybe it might be.
That's what
because
I
it's got OBS open. I didn't think OBS would have that much of an impact.
Why is the
But-
game running at 4K? I don't have a 4K monitor.
Let's try this. Bear with me, everyone.
Is there like a network connection option that you can see? Or like a thing in the corner that says if there's like a network error or bad networking?
No.
I feel like there should be.
Don't-
How did you get all of them? You bumhead.
I'm doing
Yo,
that, my
is
friend is
Local
gonna
still in the
come
game?
Pixel Expo in a mask with my face. That's awesome. I can't wait to see.
Let's go, Chatter Cube. Oh my god, me and Chatter Cube, we got this.
All
Oh.
things
You're
considered,
the only one still playing.
you're the only one still playing.
Well, we did it!
Why
Let's
game?
change
Why
my,
game struggling?
title. Wait, how did you get the Joker title? Oh, you got to unlock it through the
Yeah, the battle
season
pass.
Battle Pass.
Battle
Speaking of Battle Pass, I picked up Sonic Rumble again the other day. I forgot it's actually really fun.
Is it?
It's on
Yeah,
Steam now
I
as
was
well,
like,
isn't it?
wait, this game is actually still fun because I haven't played it for months. but I
Wait,
picked up
this
again. I'm
game's
like,
fun.
wait, this game's good. I just wish the game would just launch properly.
It's second place
for
still?
everyone else.
Ugh, yuck.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm coming.
And I like.
Da-da-da-da-da. Your last race did not end properly. I know.
I don't know why.
Yo, are we about to get banned from all of our disconnects?
We're about to get banned.
That would be funny.
It would be extremely
I don't
funny.
see- is it in news? In the ranking?
It's
how we
it's
see?
the same
Oh.
place you can change your icon. Their place points fall below a certain level will
Alright.
be temporarily
Is someone
restricted.
sending an invite or
I haven't. I can.
I can again, I don't mind.
Yeah, go on, local boy.
Hold up.
I mean,
Underscore.
yeah, okay. Whatever you want to do.
Here you go.
The Sonic Rumble launch has been all over the place. I have no idea what they're doing. I'm like, what? Can they just launch? Can they just launch? Because this game's actually really fun. And I just want it to come out, especially on Steam. I want to play it on PC.
I would love to play it on PC.
Have you been playing the Persona gacha game?
I have it on PC and I played it once and I've been meaning to get back into the game. I just don't have the time.
Ooh.
But I did
Yeah, that can't
enjoy
kinda
it.
fight.
Hell yeah.
Yo, what the hell? That's a whole purple car.
Hell yeah, it
That is
is.
a purple car.
That's sick as hell.
You can change the
You can
the
do it
color,
too.
add decals to your cars.
You can add
You can-
decals.
have you ever had
You
a
can
dream
make a
when
little
when
fox
die?
boy drive.
Do it.
Come on, fox boy.
Come on, Fox Boy.
Sounds good.
Get a load of this.
Oh, Whoop on Gangnam Style.
Oh shit. Classic Eggman quote, Oppa Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Classic.
A classic.
It is very Eggman-esque.
Hey,
We'll get there.
Hey. Okay.
All things considered, the soundtrack to this game is pretty good.
Morgana.
You did it.
Morgana. Yo, let's go. First try, baby.
What does that mean?
Oh, Rainbow Garden.
Sand Road. Sand Road, the music for that level slaps.
All of them are pretty good.
You're pretty good. You know what I don't like? The third level, or the third lap music for Ocean Palace. Like, I'm like, what are these vocals?
Fair enough.
I'm like, huh? What are they saying?
What are they saying? Who are
Yes,
these
also,
people?
I find some of the audio in this game quite like low quality. It feels very like crispy, not in a good way. Crispy, crunchy.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Crunchy? Low bit rate.
Yeah, there you go. If you want to be technical, if you want to be a nerd about it,
I'm always a
Wow.
nerd about things.
that's true.
Mean of you.
You
Alright,
didn't
who
have
we
to
got?
just agree with me.
Yo, we got J-Lo in here. Do you see you got J-Lo in this lobby?
Hell yeah.
I was
That's crazy.
not looking.
All right, let's see if we can get through an actual race together.
I would love to play a full game. That'd be awesome.
Also, local boy, next
Wait, where's
time we're not playing, can you just raise your Discord mic just a little bit? Actually, no, I can do that myself. Never mind, don't worry, it's fine. Ignore me.
Damn, okay.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright, what are we doing? We're getting rings.
yes.
Sure are.
Rings.
Let's go.
I
Ow,
always forget
ow.
this is a different...
Stop hitting me!
I'm so bad at controlling the flight segment.
Did you guys ever play much All-Stars Racing Transformed back in the day?
No. I never really played
really?
any of the Sonic racing games. This is the first one.
You need to go. We need to play Transform at some point. That game is goated.
I do own it on PC anyway. We'll get there
The boat
eventually.
and like plane controls. Oh, it is so sexy.
Yeah.
And like they're not bad in this game, but oh, Dragon Road! I haven't done Dragon Road yet. I swear to God, if they chose random, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm so mad. I haven't done Dragon
Oh,
Road.
come on!
yet.
I got banned.
Did you get network error?
Yeah, I got
I'm
network error.
so mad.
Why does this
You
keep
got network.
happening? How does this keep... I actually don't know what's causing it.
Oh, is this chemical plant?
No, this is Sonic Forces level.
Whoa.
Yo, what? How does it look like Chemical Plant? This guy.
I'm gonna kill him. I swear to God, chat.
Alright. Did local boy just fall off? Oh no, he's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I'm
Dun, dun,
behind
dun,
you.
dun, dun, dun. Oh, he's in front of me. Yo, J-Lo. Screw you, J-Lo. Let's go, local boy.
Oh,
I don't
Alright,
understand.
let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Lock in, lock in.
oh, magnet.
Alright, take that, whoever you are. Alright, boost,
Oh.
boost, boost. Ah,
No.
damn it. The boost ended just as I went on the grass.
I'll give that a shot, maybe. Oh boy.
Alright.
Yummy.
At least me and local boy haven't disconnected.
Yeah, I'm trying to like see if it's... I think it's a performance issue thing.
Go, local boy. Go, local boy.
Ah!
Go, local boy. Oh,
The speed of the game itself is tied to your frame rate.
it's
I don't
Sonic
understand, 'cause-
Racing all over the world. Alright, turn local boy up.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can also
Let's see if that fixes
I've turned my
anything.
microphone up a little bit. And also, my mic on Discord is maxed out.
Let me in.
No. Well, yeah, we came last. What the heck?
What the
You guys
hell?
need me.
What the hell? Yeah, we did.
Your AI came in last, thank you very much. And no.
Exactly! My AI is not helping you at all.
No.
I just want to play the
Your AI
game.
sucks.
I want to play the fuck ass game. This is why we have a
Very nice,
network
right.
test.
Main menu, I guess.
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
Another.
At least at least you guys are finishing your things. That's pretty good. We'll get there. Send me the invite.
I'm doing it now.
Hell
Also,
yeah.
what's everyone's opinion on the opening music for this game?
I didn't get to really hear it. Oh shit.
The lyrics, they're kind of
Go on.
cringe.
Wow. Wow. Really?
Interesting.
That's what we're
We're
gonna say?
Sonic racing all around the world.
You're saying that as if like most Sonic games don't have like cringe lyrics. Come on, they do.
True, but this one is like extra. This one sounds like a Saturday Disney morning cartoon like opening.
That's what Sonic is.
Hey, well, shut the hell up.
Are you joining it, Wag? Come on.
Yeah, come on.
What?
Yo, we got Wave?
I
Hell
am
yeah.
joining.
Let's go Wave.
Shout out to Wave.
I was
Goated
checking
Wave.
my what is it? Gadget.
Go Gadget?
Go gadget. Explosive device.
Yo, Shadow and the Tailsmobile is crazy.
Shadow.
Yeah, what are you? What shit you smoking?
The good kind.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
let's go.
yeah.
I stole his car after I stole his bitch.
Alright. Fingers crossed that we're actually going to be able to
Let's get a game.
play the game properly.
I've lowered my settings
Stream
to
it.
see if that will do anything.
The stream ends when we
This-
do a full race together.
The stream ends when we win. Metal Harbor.
Yeah, get in Metal Harbor.
Yeah, get in Metal Harbor.
Yeah, give me some of that Metal
like-
Harbor.
Metal Harbor. You know, that
How do you
one
like
stage
people?
from Sonic.
Let's go.
Do you like view them and then like them? Is that what you do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh my god, Scott just liked me.
Damn right I did.
Look at this dude.
I just like the
I
other
like
wave.
I'm gonna
Well,
give you a
I like
Facebook
you,
like.
I like you, wave. You my
give you a
bitch.
Facebook
Sorry,
poke.
sorry. Metal Harbor.
Yeah! Oh shit, it's yours! It was it was
Let's
you!
go, motherfuckers.
You did it.
They know what's happening.
Alright, we're locked in.
Alright, Sonic Who?
Sonic ooh. Get rings.
Alright, get rings. Yo, we read the same thing. That's crazy.
The only thing on the screen.
Yo, that's crazy.
We'll see how this performs.
Tap. Da, 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 da.
I don't think I've raced on this one before. Oh shit, Metal Harbor. Metal Harbor's always got like the best good songs.
So good.
Ow.
We boost.
Let's go. We joke right here. I wish Joker said stuff, but that's okay.
Right? He doesn't say anything.
He says sound effects. Alright, random, because I want to get Dragon Road. Please, let me beat
Ah,
Dragon
someone
Road.
push me.
He's
Okay,
random.
Hey,
Hey Scott, I'm right behind you.
Not Dragon Road. Yo!
Never mind, I'm in front.
I don't know why I slowed down so much when I landed in the water then. Never mind, I'm in front of you again.
Yeah, you are.
stop hitting me.
Ah! Someone just saved my life. Oh no. Someone cut me in half.
Yeah, why are my gadgets different now? These are
Probably
not
because
gadgets,
there's a special
Oh, they're-
gadget right now because of the ring event.
Rings, I see. So does Snake.
Yeah,
That is IC in Japanese.
I see. I see. I understand everything now. Everything
What?
makes sense.
Go.
Ah!
Oh, where you at? You at 11th? Oh wait, no, you're 6th. Never mind, you're way
Nine.
Oh my god, what is going on? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Go.
We're going. Oh shit.
Give me more rings, Omocha.
You require the ring.
Come on, let's go, chat. Let's go. First, second, and fifth.
Yo, actually, that's sick. I feel like I just did like the whole thing.
Oh no. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Come on. Go on, Wag.
I'm trying.
Come on, Wag.
Oh shit, you're right there. No!
No!
Please! 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 Actually, it's chill. We finished the race! We fucking did it!
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, we did it!
Oh.
Second, third, fourth.
Except for
Holy
the other
shit.
guy. Except for PS good, more like PS bad.
Oh, console player. Loser.
Bro, if we lose because of this...
No, we won by 30.
Ah!
No, we did
Oh!
not.
Never mind.
No, we lost.
We lost because of that, you...
The
Come
rings.
on.
Come on.
That upsets me. But now we can just go continue, so that's good.
Yes, we can continue. I don't know why lowering the settings makes it perform network better.
I am on the lowest settings just because I was like, my PC can't handle this. No way.
My
I'm
PC
on
was
5.
handling it fine. I had no network errors.
Alright, fuck you guys. How about that, huh?
What
violent.
cards does everyone have?
I have a very
3060.
old one.
Oh, yo, I have
Right.
a 3062.
Yeah, alright.
I didn't know they made
Oh,
that.
do you want to hear something really funny that happened today?
Go on, your
Um,
PC
So when
exploded.
I was moving, as I was moving my PC, I noticed it was quite dusty inside. So I took off the side glass panel to clean it. I was very careful. I put it aside and clean it all out. And then when I put the glass panel back on, my finger slipped and like the glass panel like dropped maybe like less than 3 centimeters. But it still shattered and just completely broke.
Oh god.
Damn, son.
So now I have no side panel on my PC. So I'm not like now I just got an open plan PC. You know.
Oh boy.
I chuck in some nice little figures in there.
Oh shit. I have
I
a
hope
photo.
a cat doesn't come in.
I have a photo of my my computer with the thing open with like a whole ass disk inside. Oh, network error. What the hell?
Network error.
What
What
We
the
weren't
hell?
even in there.
Am I the only one that didn't get a network error?
You didn't get
Um,
network error? Oh my gosh.
But I put like a CD in there. And I took a photo and I sent it. I think I put it on Instagram and I was like, they told me to put the CD in the computer.
That's
Thanks
funny.
for laughing,
That's
guys.
funny. I was yawning as I was laughing. Okay?
Thanks for laughing,
So
guys.
happy
I
you told me that
appreciate
story.
The
that.
start of the joke made me yawn, but it was actually quite funny.
I'm very happy you shared that story.
Da,
with
da,
me.
da, da, da. Alright, let's,
There's 2 people in this lobby. There's me and one other person. What the fuck?
Get out of the lobby!
I
Come back
can't!
to us. Come back to us.
let's control delete. Just close the game.
Alt
restart.
F4.
Yeah, Alt F4, that one. Alright.
One of them. One of the above.
Ah, I got a communication error. There you go.
What's with this game now?
What happened? It was doing so well.
It was doing so well.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. We're trailblazing. Sonic Racing.
Alright, who's inviting?
Oh, you know what? I'll invite.
Oh my
Alright.
god,
You know what?
Scott's inviting.
You know what? I'll do it.
He's doing it.
I'll do it. Local boy, invite to lobby. Let's go.
Okay.
Your wage and trout, invite to lobby. Let's go.
I'm
gonna
like, I'm
message
waiting
my
for
mate.
it. Oh, Joker, leave me alone. Where'd it go?
How'd you add console players in this game? Search by ID? How'd you find your ID? Oh, it's right there. Can you tell me your player ID?
Wait, what? Why am I in a car? I don't want to be in a car.
Why am I in a car?
I don't want to be in a car.
Get me out of here. Get me out
Dumb,
of this
stupid
car.
Back. Hello, K-Dog. How you doing? K-Dog,
Actually,
we
you know
got
what? Maybe I do want to be in a car.
2 special guests. We got local boy. We got
Hi.
Wag.
I'm special?
Yes.
Oh, I can put shit in the rear.
Whoa, 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 whoa. TOS.
What? How is it TOS?
You can put stuff in the rear? Come on.
Get
You know.
out of here.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Yo,
I'm aware of
Wags
the
are
things
ads,
that I
that's
say
crazy.
sometimes.
Subscribe to WAG if no one adds.
True. If you don't want ads, subscribe, because that any money I get from subscriptions goes towards the Starlight Foundation.
Big
This
ups.
month.
I thought that was last month. Oh, it's still this month.
It's still the 31st. It's still August.
Let's
Sure
go.
is.
Yo,
It's
I
still
managed
my
to get in on this
birthday.
stream.
Everyone in chat, sing happy birthday to the WAG. Everyone in
God.
chat, I want you to somehow, line by line, if anybody repeats the same line, then you've got to redo it.
Happy birthday.
No, in chat.
In chat.
Oh. In Minecraft.
This can all be saved by just one person.
Tap your
doing it.
allies.
Yeah, so
All right, what is...
it's on a schedule, so every 30 minutes it changes. So we've spent
So,
30
but what does
minutes.
it mean?
It's the tap one again. So you tap the allies.
But-
that was a whole 30 minutes.
I don't know who's,
Like
like,
one
what that
game.
means.
People
So,
like
I,
one race in.
so
was
I've got to
the
tap
last-
you guys?
Yeah, it's you if you ram into your allies, you get a boost.
Okay.
Yeah. Janimations is doing it.
Hell yeah.
Doing it by themselves.
That's what I said. You just gotta have one person say it.
No one else wants to get involved. That's very upsetting, chat.
Janimation started it and then she's like, I'm done.
Nobody.
Yo, Top Hat Jim?
JB Johnny Boy
No,
and
wait, think that
JB's
is-
baby girl.
Top Hat Jim. Is that who I think?
All right. The Discord couple.
Top Hat Jim. That's not what I thought it was. Never mind.
Yippee.
Do you think it was Strike Jacket Jim?
No, I thought it was someone else.
What are
One
you
of your
trying
other
to
friends.
achieve here?
Waiting for other players.
Yo, Janimation's playing Ghost Recon?
Yo,
Ghost Recon. Tom Clancy, Ghost
I've heard some
Recon.
good things about that game.
Yo, waiting for other players. Hurry up, players.
Who the fuck are we waiting on?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm waiting for the network error to appear.
That's what I'm waiting for too.
I'm
Yo,
waiting.
buy one, get
Oh,
one free
never
shot
mind.
now.
Alright, here
Oh,
we
we're going. Alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
One. Yeah. So if you are. Oh shit! It's I remember now. I remember everything.
Oh, local boy.
Yes?
Are you an official Ubisoft creator?
Yes.
Will you be partaking in the special Ubisoft event that'll be happening in October?
The one that no one's supposed to be talking about right now? Yes.
Oh hey Scott.
Alright, go.
Very quick to change the subject.
What do you mean? I didn't
That's
say
very
nothing.
funny.
Go.
Oh, we got the boost.
Random,
We did it.
Random.
Oh, I'm killing people.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
There's
goodness.
so much going on this screen. There's so much UI. What
Yeah,
the
there's
hell?
a lot of UI. I've tapped 4 people so far.
I've tapped 6.
You've tapped 6? What the hell?
6, 7. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
Don't worry,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we back
tapping
to our
local boy.
second full race.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh,
Wag, I'm
hell
trying
yeah.
to tap you.
Yeah, it works. We got it. Oh, hi, Scott.
Hello, we tapped each other like 3 times there. That was crazy.
Yeah. I love... Oh, I think that guy just disappeared from existence. I just watched the guy disappear.
Wag, are you going to PAX again this year?
PAX? Yes.
Oh, yo, big hype.
Let's go, Wag!
I'll be at PAX. Oh, that's insane.
Yo, we're coming first. Oh, never mind. I'm coming second.
We will come first. The end is right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
we did decently. I think
Unacceptable.
We're Sonic Racing.
we did it. We accomplished our second full race. Damn. Hey, I did better. I did the best.
Now, but what about our taps, huh?
Yeah, no,
Come on.
definitely not. I did not tap. I didn't tap shit.
Oh, we
Oh,
did
never mind. I
terrible.
was the most
Oh.
taps.
Come on, you got 5 taps, local boy. What are you doing?
I got 11. What are you talking
What the
about?
fuck?
It says
It
on
said
my end you got
11.
5.
What are you talking about?
For me.
Scott?
I think you read the
on my
person
screen, it said
above
five.
me.
It
Scott
said I
doesn't know how
got
to
8,
read.
Wang got 9, and the local boy got 5.
What? Why I
You
got
looking at-
15?
Are you looking at the wrong people?
No. Yo, I'm gonna run that back. if I'm wrong, then I'll give you $5.
All right, sweet.
No, sweet, free $5.
You know what? You
Uh-oh.
can sub to me. How about that?
You could also
Oh,
sub
no,
to
even
me.
worse. Yeah, but then you only get like what, $4.
I don't care. I'll take it.
The money that you get from
less
subs goes
you
to
get
Starlight.
less money. Alright, you got me there. But no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, hello.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Soy Dora.
Okay, all right.
Have you guys watched the
Jesus.
live action Dora the Explorer movie?
No, I haven't. I heard it's bad.
No, it's actually good.
Oh my god.
It's actually-
That's not what I heard
it's
at
actually
all.
Holland.
Yeah, I've heard horrible things.
No. You're missing out on a good time. The live action Dora the Explorer movie,
Really?
peak.
Thank you, Jax.
I wouldn't say peak, but it's very enjoyable.
It's peak?
There's a funny moment in it where they're going through the jungle and they step on like this mushroom and then it like spores come out and they inhale it and they all like collapse and then they wake up and then they're cartoon version of themselves
Oh my
and it
god.
gets all trippy and everything and I'm like, this is
Spoilers.
so funny. I love it. Yeah, spoilers. Sorry, my
Peak.
bad.
Jesus.
Why would you say this?
Yo,
As if we're ever
JK,
gonna
thank you
watch
so much for the happy birthday. Appreciate that.
You're happy birthday, little boy.
What the hell? People are stealing my birthday. Jax is actually saying happy birthday to Hatsune Miku.
Or me.
Or you.
Yeah.
We now share a birthday.
Come on.
You're now double the
Come
age
on.
you were.
I take it. Oh no, I take it back. I take it back. I don't want it. I don't want it.
It's like being having your birthday on like the 29th of April. 29th of February, sorry. You're like 4 years old.
Not available. Imagine.
29th of April. You imagine? Hey!
Is that your
Look, boys,
birthday?
have choice again.
What can I say? The game loves me.
Apparently.
So do I.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, tap your allies. Y'all about to get tapped. I'm about to tap y'all.
Yes, sir.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Shadow, what are you doing? Oh, let's go.
Also, Wagon, I live closer to you now, so we can hang out more.
You live closer to
Dox
me
him!
now?
Dox him!
Yeah, where do you
Yeah.
live?
Who, Wag? I'll dox Wag right now.
What? Come
He
over.
lives on 24. I don't know. That would have been really awkward if I accidentally said the right number.
Yeah, it would have been very awkward. But you didn't,
I don't
thank
remember
goodness.
what it was.
But how
Alright, tap.
you would know? Oh, nice tap.
Uh-oh.
Scott,
About to
which
get
one do you
fucked
want?
up.
Oh, actually,
Random!
random.
No!
Okay.
I want Dragon Road.
Well, I definitely.
Let's
did
just keep
random
tapping
that.
each other.
My way.
Oh, bye! I'm being
I got,
exploded.
Generations, I moved closer to you, and now I'm further away again. So I went beyond where you are.
There's a lot of
Also,
shit
I
going on.
have my copy. Generations, I have my copy of Warhammer 2 for you in my car when I finally see you.
Leave me alone, Big Boo. Hate this guy. The dickhead.
Oh yeah, we're in frenzy, so we just keep spamming the wisp.
Yeah. Got a cooldown. I blew myself up. Sorry, Scott. I think I blew you up as well.
Alright, let's go.
No, no, I fell off.
Wag!
What?
Why'd you fall?
I couldn't help it. Oh god,
I
I'm
got blown
11.
up.
I'm throwing so hard. Oh. Where am I?
Go. Ah!
Where am I? This game's too fast. I can't tell where I am.
I got hit.
Oh, I love being 12.
Ah, I got hit. I'm 10. Yo, we fell
Oh
off.
no.
I fell off
Yeah,
so
we fell off
fucking hard. That was so bad. What the hell was that?
This can't be.
We fell off hard, my
Ow,
friends.
what was
I fell off like 5 times. Ouch.
How many taps did you guys get this time?
3.
I got
10 apparently.
13.
Hey, we did it.
On my screen,
Yeah.
it says you got 4 and Ray got 1.
No, that's the
What?
points. That's points. I think.
Yeah, you're not looking properly.
Wrong bit.
You're looking at the wrong bit.
I'm a
Classic
big
Scott,
dummy.
friends.
Classic Scott. Looking at the wrong place.
I'm a big booth head. God damn it.
Too busy focused on the looks and not the personality.
Damn.
Well, good thing I do. Otherwise, with your personality, I'd hate you.
Yeah, damn right.
But you got the looks.
Yeah, I got the looks, boy. I'm hot. No, I'm
Sexy.
Damn right you are. Oh. Sorry. Excuse me.
Anyway.
He says wearing a purple headband.
Very
I got the looks, bitch.
You got
How
the
do I-
look.
How do I?
He's got the look. All right, well,
Yeah, let me go back to wave.
Going better.
Oops, sick. So how do you do like the world races? Do you just is that just normal races and then start ranking up from there?
Yeah,
The world rate.
Okay.
the Grand.
You know how you
Prix.
can get like ranked and things?
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that while shit's not working.
While we're in a
For
festival,
this festival
mode.
mode.
That's balls.
I want to play the normal version.
I
of the
want to
video game.
beat you guys.
I want to kill you guys.
Okay, watch. Enough of the killing.
No. No, you can't make me.
I know it's your birthday and all. You only get one.
True.
Choose wisely.
Who would buy
Choose.
just a router and not a modem router? Why would you do that?
Oh my god, we got Morgana.
Wag, why would you buy a router and not a modem router?
What did I do?
I'm just asking. Why would someone buy a router but not a modem router?
Well, you need a modem router. Well, you need a modem to connect to the internet.
So why would you buy just a router and not a modem router?
So you can route devices. I don't remember, man. I did networking like fucking 5 years ago, man. I don't want to go back to that shit. There's a difference.
Let's go.
I know.
Well, given the opportunity surrounding that router, it makes sense. I don't get what you meant there. I don't get it. I don't understand technology.
Janimations, you just gotta like say it in very like caveman
Explain it like
terms
I'm
for Scott.
5.
Like like you're Dora the Explorer. You're saying Spanish.
But not in Spanish. Yeah, no, don't say-
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want. If you can do it, do it.
If you can speak
yeah,
it in
that's
Spanish,
bad.
I'll be impressed. I won't be able to say what you see.
Animations,
I don't use Google Translate.
It was
I'll-
this
I'll
router
know.
was supposed to be like $150, but it was mispriced to like $8 because I don't know what to do. Alright. Let go, let go, let go.
Leave me alone, please.
Ah, this stupid saw. I don't know.
Local boys in
Also, do you
front.
find it weird how like the background items move at like 20 FPS?
Yeah, it is a bit weird. A bit wacky.
Oh wait, you're not on my team.
Now's my chance.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's keep going.
There we go.
Keep doing it. Yes.
Just stay next to each other.
Hell yeah. Keep going.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
The fuck is all this? We want random?
Right, Dragon Road, Dragon Road, Dragon Road. Come on, please. All I want in life is Dragon Road. That's all I want in
Dragon
life.
Road.
It's not Dragon Road, it's bloody...
Scott's in front of me?
Mario Circuit. It's Mario Circuit, god damn it.
Let's keep tapping each other.
Keep it going.
We're all here. Holy shit.
Oh, boys, we're right next to each other.
We're right here.
Let's keep the tapping going, baby.
Let's keep going.
Let me tap your asses. Let's go.
Holy crap, this is
Hey!
so good.
What the hell? Who got? Oh,
Who
wait,
the
no, he's on
fuck?
our team. Wait, is he?
No.
No, he's not. Get him.
Get his fucking ass.
Who's that Pika plays? Oh, he better be a YouTuber.
Uh-oh.
You got the name
I got
Pika
him, I got
plays
him,
and you're
I
not
got
listed
him.
there?
I'm-
Oh, I got slimed. All right, Nova
Oh,
Chronicle,
shit,
come
we're all
back
here,
so we
though.
can tap you.
Fine.
This music is so weird, this part. I don't get it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is the end of the Metal Harbor. What are you talking about?
We're on lap 3.
How am I 8th now? What the fuck is happening?
Activation.
Uh-oh.
I'm killing people.
No, I got Nickelodeon.
I got
Nickelodeon.
Oh shit, the middle.
Go, 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 go,
I got
go,
hit.
go, go, go.
Keep going.
We're going up.
On a
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Whoa, I got hit. No, it's over. It's so over. That's
not.
so fucked. That's so fucked. I got hit right at the end. Monster truck. There's like 3 of us that have a monster truck. This is bullshit.
Oh, I came first. I came first.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
That's so bullshit.
Unacceptable.
I got hit once and it was all over. Man.
Alright, plays. Let's see who Pika plays. Let's see if he's a Twitch streamer.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, wait.
Oh, if we can get the tap boost bonus, we win.
We did a lot of fucking taps as well.
We did do a lot of tap. Yeah.
Oh!
Absolutely.
Yeah!
Number 1, baby.
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
No, what are you doing?
I got the 24 taps.
24?
Let's
You fucking
go.
did it. Hell
I like how
yeah.
Joker just stands there. He has no victory. Oh no, he's moving. There you go.
He just like cracked his neck. Fuck yeah. First
Oh, we
place.
did it.
We are winning.
About time.
Hashtag
feels-
winning. See, Charlie Sheen has a documentary on Netflix about his crash out.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Anybody can have a Netflix show now.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's coming out next
Especially
week.
you.
Whoa.
What?
Okay.
You have a Netflix show? What's it about?
Not today.
It's called. The show's called No Holes.
No holes.
No holes.
Thank you. I've got a lot of holes, okay?
You have a lot of them? That's crazy.
Yes.
I'll check.
I got enough to keep me
Whoa.
going, all right? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't hear no consent coming over here.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, okay.
Consensual.
Yo, why are Orbot and Qbot just in the lobby but not playable characters? That's what. Time out. Oh,
Ah.
Why?
Communication error.
did you guys get
We had
that
it
as
good,
well?
everybody. We had it good for a little bit there.
Yeah. Wrap it up, guys. It's over.
Wrap it up.
Why is my
wrap it
name
up.
now my...
The
What?
PC,
I don't like
yeah.
that.
PC?
Yeah,
What the
you,
fuck?
Yeah, mine does that too.
when you're
You gotta
offline, it
log
goes
out
to
back to the menu and then yeah.
I
Go
don't
back
like
in.
that.
really weird.
There we go. Yo, what's your PC's name?
Nothing. I don't want people knowing my PC's name. Wait, what'd you say? I've got to go back into it? Oh, go into online.
You just
That's
go
right,
back
yeah,
online.
just press online and I'll go back. Sonic Racing. Invite to lobby.
Supersonic Racing.
So very cool in the full version of the game. If you do the time trials and get like a best time, you unlock music tracks from different Sonic games, and then you can choose any level to have any song you want.
Oh, that's sick.
That's kind of baller.
It's gonna play Supersonic Racing on every single track.
Exactly. He gets it.
I have Sonic cards right over there in disc form
On PC? PC
on
version?
PC.
Yo,
I've
Master
had it.
Race. Let's
It
go.
was my first Sonic game apart from like I think 3D Flicky's Island. I got those
That's
two
crazy.
close to each other.
Did you
That's
play it
right.
on stream? Didn't you play every Sonic game?
I have not played those games on stream.
Wow.
What is wrong with
You haven't played them all then, have you?
Well, hey, I'm trying to find like a better version of Unleashed than the Wii version.
Whoa. Wii version's goated. How
The
dare
Wii version is goated, don't get me wrong. However, I would like to, you know, play the game as it was intended and not like cut down.
Can't you do the PC version?
I could do the PC version.
Go on, do the PC version.
I could do the PC.
Go on.
I probably
And then
will.
after that, you gotta do, after Unleashed is...
After Unleashed is Black Knight.
Oh, true. Oh, and then Generations.
Yes.
No, then Colors and Generations.
Yeah, Colors and then Generations. And I mean, I played
but
through
Sonic-
half of Generations while we were doing the race.
Actually, Sonic and the Black Knight isn't actually kind of is canon because they mentioned it in Generations. So, damn it, never mind.
Black Knight is the only game I wanted to play.
Of any Sonic game ever?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Damn, that's crazy.
Look at all us with some motherfucking
We got
crowns
crowns.
on our
We got
heads.
crowns.
God damn, boy.
Let's go.
I don't
Kings.
understand why everybody else has like effects. Like, why does
You can
that
do
jet
in your
fucking?
custom-
Why
I
that
think you
jet
gotta
crazy?
unlock that, right?
Customizer. In the machine customizer, you can add aura.
Oh, you can add aura. That's the word I was looking for. Aura.
But I think, yeah, you've got to unlock it, don't you?
Oh, you got
I wouldn't be
for it. You don't unlock
surprised.
it, you just
No.
pay. Not real money.
I ain't paying.
You gotta play the Dom.
You gotta unlock
the
it with money.
Domba tokens.
Ooh,
Oh my god, it's me!
thanks Scott for the colorful mall.
No, right, I love coconut mall. Colourful mall.
Col-
What have we got in here? We got Maddie A.
We got Earth.
Big ups. Yo.
More
We're fighting
to
the
rap.
Earth.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Storm.
Hell yeah.
Storm the Albatross.
Whoa, what the fuck is that?
Let
What
go.
is an albatross?
But why are people so scared of technology? Technology.
Technology. Egu Manu.
Hey, let's go. Yo, I got no taps. Yo, can I
Ooh.
tap
Oh.
someone?
Wag and I are tapping each other.
We are. I mean, I'm not tapping anybody apparently. I apparently don't have
Oh,
anybody
oh,
to tap. Ow! What the hell? I got flattened.
Oh my days.
I'm fucking last. Actually, I'm not last, but I'm 11th. Not good for me.
Oh, Sonic and the Secret Rings? Sonic and the Secret Rings level.
Yo, I fucking hate that game.
Right? So it's probably my least favorite Sonic game.
It is genuinely my least favorite. Anybody says that that's their favorite game, I'm going to like question their life choices, basically.
Did you even get the true ending though?
I did actually.
We did? You're a braver man than me.
Well, what's the true ending exactly?
That's with Darkspine Sonic.
Because I know I got all the secret rings.
Make believe reborn!
Yeah, all 7 world rings. It was actually pretty fun, all things considered. Wasn't that complicated.
But you have to play the game. And that's too much for me.
So Renzi... Yeah, tapped 4 people.
Yeah, I've not tapped anyone.
Scott,
Wait, that's Wag.
you're right there! Ah!
Sorry, I thought that was local. I just assumed.
Don't you know what happens when you
morph?
assume?
Morphs is playing?
Oh, here we go. We got a boost.
I still have 0 taps. What the heck?
Because you're in front, Scott.
Alright.
Oh, I threw it behind me and I'm fucking like last place. That was pointless.
Oh shit! Wait, I'm in first.
Not
Not
for
for
much
much longer.
Oh, I got ran over!
You dog!
That's crazy. What did I get? I don't even know what I got. Oh, I got second. Oh shit, Scott, we bowled.
What the hell?
Even though I was trying to overtake you from that ghost, and then you just went straight into me, so we both got hit.
Got my ass beat at the end there. Someone ran into me and killed me.
Yeah, look, Scott got one. Hey, we lost by one.
Kill me.
Yeah, if you get hit like in the last, what is it, 1,000 meters, it's basically over for you. There's no way you get back. But hey, this is going pretty well. I got the Phantom Thieves decal. I unlocked my last gadget slot. I'm
All
fully
these
licensed.
Sonic Forces looking motherfuckers around us cheering us on.
I know. We were trying
Shout
to
out
think
to
of
Sonic
like
Forces.
the best characters to like drop in the game. Like what would be the funniest characters to see in the game? The President
Me.
from Sonic Adventure 2. That was
Hell
we
yeah.
did say that. We said you should
What, Dr.
get in the
Scott?
game. Dr. Scott
That
Nick
would
in
be
the game.
dope.
That's what I'm saying. Wait, who said this?
I did. Or me and Dawn.
Ah, I just did. You did? Why did you say Dr. Skondick?
Because it was funny.
Ah, that's quite funny.
Right, we were just trying to
Are we about to have-
like list things that would be funny for like as characters in video games
Ah,
in this game.
so true, bestie.
Yeah, we
are
said
we about
Dr.
to have our
Scott.
second match in a row?
Maybe
Let's do it.
Morgana again.
Alright, random.
We loving a random.
Good.
Good.
Hey guys.
Good.
Salutations. Nice.
What would be your dream character to be in this game?
Guys. Do it.
I want. It's
Ah.
not really a dream, but I just really want my boy II to come back in this game.
Yeah, Mr. Monkey Ball.
I want the
Or-
owl from the original Sonic movie.
Oh, so
Longclaw.
true. Longclaw, not Night.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the original
The
Sonic. movie.
original, I see.
The OVA movie.
Either.
Interesting.
Oh, Mr. Sonic.
Yeah, I want him in the fucking little Tails mobile or his little car thing.
Yes,
That'd be dope.
With his dorky glasses.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Oh, in his beach fit though.
Yeah.
That's later in the movie. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I know everything you're going to do.
Oh,
Strange, isn't it? Strange.
That was good.
What the
What do you
fuck?
mean?
So,
Big fuck ass monster truck just popped out of nowhere.
thanks
Where
for
am
the
I?
chat.
Game's crazy.
It is very full on.
You gotta really just like kind of pay.
You gotta lock in.
I don't even know if you can pay attention to like other people. You know, you kind of just have to hope and pray that you do things yourself. You just gotta
Is
focus on
Mario
your
Kart this fucking full on?
No, well maybe World is. Like I haven't played enough of World, I don't think. But I'm not a
not
big
really.
fan of World. But like, Mario Kart definitely doesn't feel this full on.
Yo, casino. Apples.
The casino.
Apples.
I think I
I
just
feel like this mode feels more full on than the OG mode.
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go, go,
Oh,
go,
I got
go,
flattened.
go.
Awesome. Man, I'm doing pretty badly with my
10th, 11th, and 12th. Guys, what are you doing? I'm carrying
That's
you.
what I'm saying. I feel like I'm doing terribly.
I'm getting hit by tornadoes!
You are.
I'm getting hit by everything.
Why do I never get a fucking tornado?
Boost! Oh my chow. What the hell?
Yo, into first?
What can I say?
Yeah, here we go. We're getting tapped.
That was crazy. Damn it. Damn. Not
Can I
you.
just get the monster truck, maybe? That'd be nice. I want to kill people with a monster truck.
Ah, you piece of poo-poo.
They ate your
wait.
ass.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, well,
I'm not. I definitely perform way better in the water. Oh, local boy, you're like right here.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Let's tap!
Let me touch you.
What wasn't that? No.
No.
Mr. Ghost? Oh, thank you.
No.
I still got it.
No!
Ah!
I was right behind.
Dun, dun, dun.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Hey, I said that as well.
Yo. Hey, you know what? All things considered, we did pretty well.
I do kind of want a little bit of Soren's Pizzeria, though. Hell yeah.
Mmm.
That
Yeah,
was
there's no
sucked when I
shot.
came down, too.
Damn.
The taps? No way, Jose.
Yeah, no, the taps are the worst one, I think, in my opinion.
The next one's the air tricks, right?
I think so. Goddamn sand.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yo, we're about to get the Morgana sticker. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Race and get new gadgets. Woohoo. Don't mind if I do. Woohoo.
Wait, I swear that is like a spirit in Smash Bros. That Morgana render.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. All things considered, this game is fun.
Yeah.
Like, network
When it
issues
works.
aside, chaos aside, this game is fun.
All things considered, Wag is a good guy.
Thank you.
I said what I said.
All things considered, how much did you consider?
Not much.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
we've done
true.
2 races in a row? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's not jinx it though. I'm not trying to jinx it.
Yeah, what the hell? Don't say anything. Shut up.
Yeah, what are you doing?
We've got the air tricks. So this one's fun, right? Because you just do tricks. And if it's the thing I'm thinking of, you get like a special gadgets thing, and the air tricks are so quick. You just fucking
Oh, yeah?
spam them.
Oh yeah?
Barking
Yeah.
spam? Oh, I'm pretty good at spamming, mate.
Oh yeah?
I don't know if we actually are going to get that
Yo,
gadget thing.
Joker.
We're Joker.
Oh, I
It's
want
gonna
the
fight. Yeah, see
I
the
want
rental
the
plate.
pink one.
That shit's gonna go hard.
Ooh.
Like me. Let's go.
Okay.
Me when playing this video game.
Me when I
Your mom.
me when I
Anyway.
Let's go, Jet.
Ooh, Jet.
Yo, I love Jet. Jet's a guy.
Jet's a funky dude.
Yo, we got F.
It's a shame that they changed his voice actor. His voice actor was sick.
Mm.
I actually quite like the new
Sonic. Hello. So good. What a
Sounds like
legend.
parrot.
Yes, because he fucking is a bird.
Yeah.
He's a hawk, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Tailspin. Don't go to that website, everybody.
Why not?
Oh no.
Wag's the only one that got that joke.
I don't get it.
That's all right.
I think they
Check out
should
Meat
put-
Spin after the web. After the stream.
I think they should put the Sonic Forces OCs as like custom characters in this game.
That would be fun.
Like the Mii costumes in like Smash and like Mario Kart 8.
Settle it in Smash.
Uh-oh.
Air tricks, baby. Air tricks,
Yeah,
baby.
you can do so many.
Ah!
See what I mean? I've got 12 already. Whoa. Nailed that shit.
So much going on.
Get out of here, Tails. What the hell? That didn't even slow Tails down. Now I'm in 10th.
Brother Bear.
I hit Tails and just didn't do anything.
Ah, ice!
Bloody annoying.
Boost.
Boost!
I shielded. Like a
Also, the
bitch.
boosts make you invincible.
Oh, probably shouldn't have gone on the plane. So now I can't do tricks.
Yeah, I'm just doing my best to do as many tricks while I'm in the water.
Yep. Very useful.
How many tricks you guys
Uh-oh.
on?
I got 42.
47. I got run over by a monster
What is-
truck. That's some bullshit.
Go.
Ow. What? You go like you just get hit once and then it's all over.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's crazy.
Damn it. Damn you.
Stop hitting me!
Let's go, Wag.
Yes. We bowl.
Ow!
Oh
As if.
no.
How did I go from like? I'm
Where
in
am I?
Last place?
What? Host communication is disconnected.
Are you kidding me?
What the hell? I was gaming. Right at the end as well.
No!
You get disconnected again.
I did get disconnected, but this time it was a different disconnection message.
Ow!
I don't know why it did that.
Okay, how many did I get?
Yo, how many air tricks we get? Let's check it out.
I don't know what that.
76!
Only 0 for Wag. Wag, do
We
better.
still came in last? Are you kidding me?
What?
Oh, because Wag and Scott. All you guys came in fucking. What the hell?
Hey, I got kicked immediately.
I'm here doing 76
I think
friggin'
that's-
air tricks.
I got so.
See?
I had so many air tricks. It was crazy. I got scammed. I was having so much fun with my air tricks.
Alright, well, let's get you back in the game and then keep on going with these air tricks. Squad host has chosen to continue racing. Now we're leaving the squad.
Leave. Leave and never return.
Oh no, I'm back in the. Oh, can I please quit? Please let me quit. Please let me get out of the. Fishbang has been cancelled. Okay, good. Yeah, all around the world.
At least the menu music is like pretty good.
It is good. I just find it's like the same kind of loop. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind
no,
of-
100%.
Make me go crazy.
What can I say? I'm kind of chilling.
What can I say except you're welcome?
You're welcome.
Oh, that's good. Fair play points have gone back up to 100.
I'm at 80.
Oh!
Yeah, no, not good.
Brother Bear.
Thank you.
Trail blazing, we're
I was
Sonic racing. I also love that the online lobby thingy just like Fortnite. Have you noticed that?
What?
When you go to the online thing, it's got the little other sections there with the plus things. It just looks like Fortnite. Yo, Luca!
Tequila. Are you drinking, Luca?
That's concerning.
If you had your Nintendo
That also is
Switch,
concerning.
you could have been playing the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds Open Network test.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
what
so
the
upset with you right now.
Come on, buddy.
And yet you didn't. And also you in Wag stream and not local boys. Wow.
What?
What? No way.
Oh, I got to click ready. My bad.
The air tricks are my favorite. Tap boost can go fuck itself.
Yeah, air tricks is pretty cool. DM.
DM.
Oh
Yo, what you mean by
my.
that? What
Who
do
you
mean by that?
DMing, huh?
You DMing me? Let me check my DMs. Let me check
Which
my
bad
DMs.
bitch you DMing?
It's just
huh?
gonna be him naked on his bed with his Switch 2.
God, I can't wait.
He did not
You
DM
gotta,
me.
you gotta share it with us all. If he does. Luke, are you actually plastered? Be honest with the room. Be honest with the crew.
What?
Come on.
You weren't ready for that to come out of my mouth.
Share with the class.
Share with the class.
Bum, 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 ba-da, ba, ba-dum.
It's the chow.
3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. Who are you hoping gets added to this game?
Very well. Nice.
Who would you like to see?
Do you think they're done adding Sonic characters? Do you think they'll just add more like Sega characters?
Well, the question
I reckon
is,
they might add
who's
like
left?
some IDW, like maybe some like obscure Sonic character, like an IDW
Obscure.
or some other.
They're gonna put
non-
Chip in?
super I hope so.
Oh, I could totally see that.
I could see Chip.
Or who's the character from Superstars?
Oh, Trip.
That nerd.
Yeah.
I could see Trip getting in.
Did you guys play Superstars? What do you think?
I did, and I wasn't
was-
really the biggest fan. I tried co-op, and I was
It-
like, I don't like this.
It felt too long.
Especially the bosses.
The bosses were
God, I
so
hate the
bad.
bosses in the game.
I was
I'm
not
pretty sure I
having fun
played
with
it
the bosses.
like at PAX or like on my flight back from PAX, and I couldn't get past the boss, so I just gave up on it.
I streamed like the whole
Um,
thing. The only reason
you
I
see the
even
other
bought it in
day-
the first place is because Scott promised to play multiplayer with me and we never did.
I was gonna say, you
Well,
never
we
did,
can
did you?
now. We can now.
We can.
We can. We'll do it next week.
We'll do it next
What?
week.
Lock it in. I lock it in. Did you see the other day what Christian Whitehead tweeted
No,
on Blue Sky?
I don't have
He
this guy.
shared like concept art of Sonic Mania 2.
Oh,
Oh.
more stuff on Sonic Mania? The
I'm
cancelled
down.
Sonic
Yeah,
Mania?
like the cancelled Sonic Mania, and it looks so good. I'm sure you saw that, right?
Why did they cancel it?
Because they decided to go with Superstars instead.
Oh yeah, what a great
upsetting.
decision that was.
And the game had a really cool art style because they went 3D as well, but it's looked much nicer compared to Superstars.
It did look much nicer.
And the concept art was like Australia themed
What?
level. Yeah, makes me sad. And
Oh,
then
shit,
the
where's
art
all-
style they ended up using for the Penny's Big Breakaway game they ended up making. Did you play
Oh,
that
yeah.
all way?
No, I didn't.
No.
I actually, I think I played like a mission of it, like a level, and I just couldn't
Like,
figure
the
out
demo,
how to
or
like
did you
play
it
well.
and didn't play it?
It was probably the demo. I don't remember.
Why are there no ramps? Oh,
'Cause
I
we got
missed the ramp.
screwed with the crossworld there.
Yeah, we did.
Oh boy. Oh, the boost saved my fucking life, guys.
IRL?
Yeah. Why not?
Let's go Wag, let's go Wag!
Hell yeah, let's go.
Lock in, lock in!
I'm trying.
No!
I couldn't
Who's
help
this
it.
guy?
I think I just blew myself up. No, where did you come from? Where did everyone come from?
I should have done better.
Dun, 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 dun.
Luca, what are you doing?
Hey,
DM.
second.
Wag, check your DMs.
There. What do you mean check my DMs? There's nothing on my DMs.
That's what Luke is saying. He's saying DM.
There are no
I'll
DMs.
check my DM.
I don't have any
I
DMs
got
either.
nothing too.
Hey, we did it, boys.
Yo, that's
Did we
sick.
win? Yo.
We won.
Victory Royale?
We did it. We
Who are
win.
you sending DMs to, Luca?
Oh,
What nonsense are you spewing?
Discord. I do have a DM.
Oh, you lied this whole time.
No, he just sent it to me.
Where you DM you?
He's. Oh, he's part of a conga line.
So he is drunk. So he is tequila drunk.
Yes.
God damn it.
I'm forwarding it to General Everyday August.
Please do.
Ba-da-ba. Oh, I should click continue.
That's fun.
Dun, dun, dun. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum.
What a wonderful day.
I need to check
What
this
a
out.
wonderful day.
What a wonderful world.
Oh my God.
Myself.
Red
3,
roses.
2, 1, go.
Tequila.
Okay.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I bet I know
Luca-
what his next message is going to be. It's going to say DM.
It's gonna say
Luca.
Yeah.
Luca,
Did it?
DM us when you get some bitches. How about that, huh?
Oh.
That's a
So
callback to anyone that was in our race stream before.
Yes.
He can't hear us. He's out at the moment.
He is very out right now. No, he
Like,
did,
both-
because he said brother what to the fucking shit that I said.
Be great. I resist to go in voice chat. Go on then. Pussy,
No,
you wouldn't.
no,
Uh-oh.
no,
Uh-oh.
no,
Please
no.
don't.
Settle down, settle down.
Settle down. We appreciate your resistance.
You wouldn't. Go on. Go on,
Going on
Luca.
with my car.
Yo,
My
what is going
car.
on with your car?
My car! I'm not doing shit. I'm
going
not
on?
pressing anything.
Yo, what the hell?
Help me, my car is turning.
I got you, bud. Got you, bud.
I got earbud.
Oh my god, there's
I
two.
thought I could, like-
there's two of me!
What the hell? It's happening on my screen as well.
Yeah, I do an emote and there's two
Oh
of
my
me.
god, what the hell?
Wait, that's crazy.
Oh, good job,
Why are
Sonic
there
Team.
two of me?
Shout out Sonic Team.
Bug, guys? Uh-oh. I like looked over at my stream and I saw a man in the VC. He's here.
Oh, is he here?
He is here.
Luca!
playing Spice Girls right now.
Oh gosh.
Luca, how drunk are you right now?
We're playing Spice Girls right now.
What was that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's gone.
Ah, what?
No,
I
he,
did
well,
not
he
see
was
that.
gone, but he's also gone.
He was gone.
Yeah.
he was-
He's both gone and gone.
Very much so.
why did he sound like he was calling from 2006?
Yeah. he brought his microwave with him.
Oh, thank God. Bum, 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 bum.
I do like this remix.
I'll let you a remix.
Oh my.
Okay, alright. Stop your flirting.
You're next.
Stop.
Oh, monster truck. Of course.
I return.
He's back.
Hey!
Dragon Road.
Monter!
Uh,
How drunk are you?
Dragon Road. That's Coconut Mall.
Out of
we're
a
playing
scale.
Hollaback Day right now.
They're playing Holla Back, girl?
I'm honestly surprised it's not coming through on my mic.
No, it's not.
I'm very
It's
surprised.
not. And your voice
So
barely is
loud.
as well.
And
All we hear is the dulcet tones of your voice.
I wouldn't call them
it's so
dulcet.
loud. Stop it.
No offense, but like, Jesus Christ.
Nah, he means
No, the mic quality.
Yeah, it is pretty shit.
Yeah, that's what you get when you get an earbud quality. This is AirPod quality right now.
I didn't know AirPods were so bad.
Right? Are they knockoff AirPods?
You know what else should do so bad?
I stand unable to talk in this matter.
Whoa, what the fuck? Somebody just exploded me with a bomb.
How is peak?
Peak is peak.
Peak is fun.
I feel like I haven't done enough air tricks.
How was Bali?
I like peak. Peak is a good gun.
True.
Your peak.
So how much tequila have you had, Luca?
Too many.
Too many? Alrighty, let's go. Bro.
Many tequila.
Many tequila. That's my go.
Okay, that.
I'm gonna die here.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I hit someone.
Oh, I was first!
I can't see.
Why am I in 12th?
I have no idea where I am right now. Definitely
I'm
not
so
where I
upset
was
right now.
before.
This can't be.
Damn.
I don't think I did very well.
I was so upset.
I'm 11th. Where did everyone
Bloody
come
dumb.
from?
Damn, we sucked.
That was terrible. Where the fuck did everyone just come from? What the hell was that?
At least we had fun.
What?
We had 14 points.
We did
Yeah.
win. We did win
Oh.
the most tricks. I almost did
Thank
50
God.
tricks.
They should have given us 168 points though.
They should have.
Mm-hmm. Heavily agree.
We just kind of like
Joker,
exploded.
snap your neck. There you go.
Joker, Persona 5. Oh, you're kidding. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm going to max out the battle pass, get all of the goods.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Fortnite. I do love
Oh, do
me
you get
some.
like a Joker horn?
Yeah, you get a horn that makes the Persona sound effect. Not the actual, like, Persona! But it's like the sound effect that plays.
Like when you do like tricks, like this the menu option thing. Oh, that's kind
Yeah.
of cool. You know what? I respect that. Shadow is going Persona.
Persona.
Arson.
Persona.
Uh oh.
No, Shadow is the Persona.
Uh oh. Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Hmm.
I am the Eggman.
That's what
what
I
you
am.
are.
I'm the Eggman.
I am
I
the
don't-
Eggman.
I've got the master plan.
I am the Eggman.
Do you know if there's going to be a story to this like there was with Team Sonic Racing, or is it just going to be like a normal game?
It's just racing. No story on this one.
We can make a
Okay, good.
story.
Yeah, exactly. We'll make.
All right, go on, Wag, make a story.
Everybody is getting into a race.
So true.
Ah, fuck.
You know, the
fu-
fucking
ugh.
what's his name? The Tanuki thing at the beginning.
Tanuki
What'd you-
and
You know,
Universe
the-
Park.
No, I'm sorry. I've had enough. Not for me. Thank you.
Fuck you
I
mean?
thought- too
Uh oh,
much.
Eggman's glitching out. Eggman's
Wait,
crashing
wait,
Oh
out.
my
wait,
god,
wait.
there's gonna be 2 Eggmen. There's 2 of them.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Agreed.
Agreed. I love the air trick one. So good.
I love you.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
I love you too.
What about me? What about me? What about me?
Yeah, you're cool. Yeah, you're-
Good enough.
You're right.
I love looking at all the usernames and seeing all of the obviously Xbox usernames.
So true, bestie.
The classic 2
I
words
love-
popped together.
Oh yeah. I love the asset rips from Mario and Sonic with the chows in the stands.
That's very true. I'm gonna kill somebody. Hopefully.
Whoa!
Fingers
Why did I do
crossed.
this one?
I'm manifesting Dragon Road. Come on, surely.
You'll get it one day.
How have I had like 8
Hey.
hours in this game and I haven't had Dragon Road once? Except that one time, and then someone chose random. How dare they?
Oh my. What was that?
That's what Eggman's saying.
Oh, you were just copying Eggman. I see, I
Yeah, he's just going ham, you know.
see. He is going ham.
Oh, you fucker with your fucking
Dragon
fuck.
Road!
Dragon Road!
Oh, we got it.
We got it! It's happened.
Oh my gosh.
You did it,
Everyone-
there's
Scott.
monster
Finally.
Ah, he didn't even hit me.
Get him. Everybody's
low
boosted. That's fun to see just everybody get boosted there.
The Phoenix. Yo, this stage, this one's nice. This is sexy.
Does look very nice. Oh my god, where are these bitches coming from? Oh my god, the boat as well.
Thank God. Oh no! Don't go on lands. Don't go. Okay, fine.
Is this fucking Secret Rings? No, this is Unleashed.
This is Unleashed, you moron.
Yeah, no, I was misremembering.
This
I
guy.
played both of them like in quick succession, dude. You can't blame me.
He calls himself a Sonic fan.
We're blaming.
Oh my god, it's Wade and Trout.
Yo, what's up? It's me.
How many tricks you got on?
67.
I am on.
I got 68,
71.
baby. Oh, shut up.
I'm on your team. I keep on going the airport one. The airport, the plane one. Shut the fuck up.
You should have gone the other way so you can trick.
And that's what I was saying, bro.
Go. Oh no, go away, you stupid.
Fucking
No,
dog!
the damn ghost. I hate that bitch so much.
All right.
Alright,
Tricks, boys.
Oh, let's go.
Lock in.
Lock. Spam the button. I'm at 91.
I'm at 96.
95.
94.
99.
97.
98.
We're gonna get 100. Let's go.
104.
102.
God damn it.
Keep going.
Oh, second.
Oh.
Ah, I got third, I think.
I don't know what I was getting. I was just going.
I may have got lost.
Unacceptable.
May have been lost.
What?
What?
I may have.
How? Oh, shit, I got fourth.
Scott!
I'm sorry. At the last corner, I fell off. the
Surely
stage.
we got the most though.
Okay,
Surely.
surely we got the most. We each got like 100 each. There's no shot.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we win.
There we go. There it is, boys.
That's huge.
W's in the chat.
Carrying,
That's
Scott.
crazy. We ball.
Hey, I'm the #1 lead keeper. Let's go.
You keep it the
Even though I
lead.
came last.
That's some bullshit.
Hell yeah. And I get whatever this is for 700 points. Oh, I got a title.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
Oh, I completed the... I don't even know what that says. That's Japanese.
Go on.
I don't even know how to pronounce most of that shit.
Come on, you can read.
No, I can't. I actually
Guys,
cannot
by
read
the way,
Japanese.
a little unknown fact: Wag can speak fluent Japanese. Show us.
I cannot speak fluent Japanese.
He's shy. He's shy. Everybody.
You shy. He'll do it one day.
Good
I'll do it
luck.
one day. You just got to tell me
If
exactly
he hits
what
enough
to
subs
say.
to support Starlights, then he'll do it. He'll show off his Japanese.
I'll show off my Japanese.
Yeah. Don't worry. You've only got what, like 2 hours to learn. Let's
No,
go.
all I can imagine is the fucking Scott. I'm pretty sure I've sent this reel to you, but it's the guy doing the Yakuza karaoke, but he's pronouncing all of the words wrong. It hurts, but it's really funny.
I keep trying to find someone to do like a cover of Buck Me Time with.
Oh.
Network error.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's got network errored.
Is that our longest streak?
I think so.
That was pretty good.
Yo, shout out to my desktop name. Which I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
It was the last owner's name they had for this desktop.
All right. Well, with that, give me 2. I'm gonna quickly go to
He's
the
leaving.
bathroom. No, I'm going to the bathroom. Leave me alone.
He's
He's gonna go pee-pee. He go
Yes.
pee-pee.
I gotta fucking pee. Leave me alone.
He's going pee-pee. Alright, while you go pee-pee, I'm gonna do a time trial.
Ooh.
Let's do a time trial with my boy Jokey.
I'm putting my cool new thing on. What is the point of like getting any of these challenges?
Hey, what? It's for funsies.
True, I could. How many Grand Prix things are there that you can do in this game?
1, 2, 7.
I
think.
can't
1, 2,
do
3,
supersonic
4, 5, 6.
speed.
There's 8. You can't do supersonic speed yet. When the full game
Increase
releases, you
rival
can.
level.
Yeah, why is the bit rate in this
You-
game so low for some of these songs?
Don't know.
Display Ghost, display Line
Compete
Guide,
against
sure,
players
let's
around the
go.
world in world matches. You can only do one.
Ba-da-da,
That's fucking annoying. You literally can't unlock any other stuff. Challenge
Oh!
world ranking. What does this mean?
Damn it. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Sure.
I
I can just download the top. I can't wait to
Do it,
challenge
Dave.
this person and like lose hard because I don't know where I'm going.
Come on.
Person was able to beat this in 2 minutes. Acceleration items are on the course. That's crazy. Who would have seen it coming?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful racing line there, Scott. Beautiful.
I'm doing terribly, holy
Lovely
crap.
jubbly. Whole minute quicker. Minute quicker? Second quicker, my bad. Not a minute quicker. That'd be crazy. Down, 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 down.
Oh, bro's so far ahead.
Lock in, lock in, lock in. Nice.
Where's my boost?
Go, go, go. Oh, that's like 3 seconds quicker about that. Oh, beautiful. Da 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 da.
Really don't know why I'm bothering trying to race like the #1 ranked dude in the world.
Yeah, why are you? Give up.
Give up.
Yeah. You'll never be as good as me. So why bother?
No. I will bother.
Oh, oh, oh. No.
Oh, oh. We're so far ahead.
Personal
holy
best,
crap.
230. My new personal best, 257. Let's go. The next rank, I've got to be 11 seconds quicker? How? How is that possible? To get S ranks in the time trials is literally crazy.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, like, cray.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think Local Boy's taking a peep here. I think he's doing a poop.
Whoa.
I'd say we're like that. I just want to play the rest of the game now. I just want to play it now. People think that the last DLC, like paid DLC characters, are going to be like Batman, The Flash, and like Wonder Woman or something. Or
That'd be
Batman,
crazy.
Superman. like to coincide with the Sonic DC stuff.
Yeah. You lose.
Which
No
I'll
shit,
be
I lost. Hey, I got an A rank. 2 minutes, 47 seconds.
For
On-
which one?
Oh, I can upload it to my leaderboard. The water temple one, whatever this is called.
Water Palace. What did you
Yeah,
get?
water
What
palace.
time?
It
What did
was
you
like 2:47.
get? I already did better than you. I got 2:45, baby.
Damn. Well, to be fair, I didn't expect to do anything. Pre-order in progress. Why are they telling
What?
me to pre-order?
No. I said it's in progress. They already done it for you.
They've already pre-ordered for me. I have 600 of these tickets that I'm not going to use.
Yo!
Well.
Alright, go. Oh, restart. Retry.
I mean, all things considered, this game is fun.
It is fun.
Alright,
Definitely
fuckers.
Hey, he's back from his poo-poo.
No, I got myself another drink as well.
Oh, I got stuck in the toilet.
Scott,
I got stuck in the toilet.
we need to have a chat about your little fantasies here, okay?
Oh my.
I'm glad that your mic is really quiet because I didn't hear a word you said there. So
It's not quiet. What are you talking about?
He just thinks it is.
Turn my volume up.
I'll turn you up more.
I
I
am
don't wanna talk
maxed
about
out. I'm not maxed out on my mixer because then I'll start peaking, but
Oh my. Guys,
say you're doing a time
do
trial.
you wanna see what I got for my birthday? Or do you want to hear
Yes,
about
I
it?
do. Hold up.
Yeah? Oh, here.
No.
Yeah.
I'll hop in your chat. I'll hop in your chat.
You're gonna hop in my chat. It's nothing to be concerned
No.
about.
You've talked it up, so let's go. I want to see.
Okay. I guess I'll
Hold
show
up.
you.
I'll tell you when.
Alright.
I'm even gonna bring it up on my stream so everybody can see.
I see how it is. I've got it in my hands and I'm ready to show. Just let me know and I'll
Please tell me about it because I'm time trialing.
All right, everybody. This
All
is
right, you
what
ready?
Wag got for his birthday.
I got the lolly bananas from Lifesavers.
That's all it fucking was. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I that's why I was like, it's nothing special, dude.
Even worse, my fucking screen froze and I don't even get to see it. So all I'm seeing right now is your frozen face
That's
looking
awesome.
off into the
Yeah,
distance.
it's just the fucking like bananas from Lifesavers.
Oh, this is so upsetting.
I don't know why. Like that's why I was like, you don't need to do that, dude. It's nothing special. I didn't really.
This was
you know,
such
I
a
got-
waste of time.
I got There's some shortbread creams. There's some raspberry licorice. There's some nacho cheese shape. But my favorite are the bananas. This is why I said I don't know why you're doing that, dude.
I think it was worth it.
I tried to warn you,
about to have
man.
I'm about to have a crash out.
I tried to warn you, man.
Yeah, you know what? You did. Touche,
Yeah.
you did.
I-
And you know what? I didn't listen.
You didn't listen. What's fucking you,
Oh.
dude?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I am not a listener.
Especially to me.
Hey, whoa. That's only slightly true.
Only slightly.
Are we waiting for Scott to finish his time trial?
I have no
I'm
idea.
coming.
Hurry up.
Pre-order the
Alright,
full
it's
version.
okay.
Pre-order in progress.
Pre-order the full version.
I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order it.
I also it is
It's out on
very.
Sonic the Werewolf.
I know, but like,
The game is $108.
yeah.
Can I have an invite, please?
Do you want me to send invites?
Works for me.
Well, if you trade in 2 select games at JB Hi-Fi, you can get the game for free.
Yeah, but I've
Well,
got a digital
select
copy
game.
of my PS5.
Oh, well, you're an idiot.
Damn.
Wait, you have a digital PS5?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's sick. I got a normal PS5.
All right. Cool.
I got the better PS5.
Damn.
Fuck you. How about that? How about that, huh?
Oh, okay. I see
Where
how
did
it
we
is.
go?
How about you take your better PS5 and you shove it right up your fucking, you know?
I don't think it'll fit.
Yeah, true. That's fair.
Thank
you for
You know how
clarifying as
big
well.
that shit is.
Ports.
Your ass?
No, the PS5.
Wait, what? Me with a
Wait,
PS5, ladies and gentlemen.
Me or the PS5?
Oh, that was a class. That's a throwback.
That's a throwback.
What can I say?
You throw it back.
I'm all about throwing it back.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, we're
And
back on
his ass
Tap
is
Boost.
huge.
Thank you.
Oh, we're back on Tap Boost. Ugh.
Yeah, that's yeah. I hate that shit. I can block people. I could block you.
No, please don't.
I don't know why I would ever block anybody in this game. What's the point of blocking people?
Good.
Wait, how do I block someone? Oh, damn.
You like go into the
think I'll
menu
block
when
a
you're
random.
viewing people. What like genuinely? What is the point of blocking people? Ah, we're violet.
I need to play more Persona 5.
Good.
You do.
Something Unleashed. Alright, I'm
Sonic.
gonna ban Ding Ding.
No, why would
Ding
you?
Ding.
Poor Ding Ding.
Do it.
How I'm gonna ban him? How do I ban Ding Ding? Block.
Why would you? Poor
Block
Ding
Ding
Ding.
Ding? Should I block Ding Ding?
Why would you block poor Ding Ding?
I'm gonna block Ding Ding. Ding Ding's been blocked.
Damn.
That's right, I did what I did. I did what I had to do.
What the hell?
Sorry, Ding Ding.
East
It'd be
Stadium.
awkward if Ding Ding got kicked from this.
It would be very sad. And it would
Sorry,
be
Ding
all
Ding.
your
What?
fault.
All your
Ding
fault.
Ding, I'm sorry. Oh, Ding Ding's still there.
Yeah, Ding. I don't think you could just.
And he's a bumper bully as well.
Oh my.
Alright, let's go. Ooh, we got the pink board.
Hell yeah.
Go!
Seem to be doing pretty decently with those. Get over here, local boy.
Let's tap, motherfucker!
I would love to, but I think I'm ahead of you. Oh no.
Oh no, we'll win in the grass!
I missed my air tricks.
I miss my wife tails.
I missed my wife fails.
Alright, I'm first, so I don't think I'm gonna be getting any.
That's fair.
I'll just have to catch up to you then.
We need one more tap for a boost. Ow, I exploded.
Come on, boys, tap.
No! I got flattened.
Scott, no. I saw. Wait, hold on. Can I
Oh no,
fucking
oh no, oh no, oh no.
hit him? Nice. I did it.
Oh. Okay, I didn't mean that.
I'm trying to repeatedly tap.
Where are you guys?
I don't know, 9. I wish I knew. Oh, I
Oh,
saw, I
okay,
just
now
saw you.
now I'm back with you guys, so we can tap now.
I was gonna say, I just saw you. Oh, I'm first. How am I first? Where did I get? Where did I come from?
Where'd I come from? Where'd I go? Where'd I come from? Go.
Let's tap.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the three of us are up front.
Oh shit. We bowl.
I'm trying to tap with you guys, but everyone's in my way.
Ooh. Who the fuck does this big ass ghost think he is? King Bombu. I think that's his name.
What? Oh, monster truck. Fuck you.
I always
Monster.
preferred the Mario boosts.
I'm killing people. Oh, can we get one more? Nice.
Oh,
No,
you bitch.
I went off.
Yo, I got the monster truck in first place. Let's go.
Yo, that is actually so
That's-
good for you.
And now I'm in 6th.
Oh, I'm getting hit!
And now I'm in 10th.
Ah, monster trucks! I'm gonna
Oh,
actually rage.
I think I just got first.
How?
I don't
Literally
know.
how? I went from 1st to
I wanna
9th
die.
in the last like 1,000 meters. Ow!
I actually don't know. Yo! I got first somehow. I actually have no idea how I got first. I'm pulling ahead. Wonder if we'll have the most tap boosts. Nope. Jesus Christ. How do these people have 26 taps?
That's insane.
They
Absolutely
like
insane.
almost doubled us. Are you alright? What just happened?
Don't die.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
My goodness.
Yo, look, boy, you gotta read some fanfic. I think
Don't
Logan
die,
Boy
then
died.
who'd read me fanfic? No.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
First of all, Toddle, no. No. No.
Absolutely not.
Because it hasn't been redeemed. And also, no one's redeeming that.
Ah,
Damn.
damn, not here.
Oh, I got a master plate.
Damn. Not here.
But also, how are you, Toddle?
Absolutely wonderful. I despise tab boosts so fucking much.
Ecstatic.
It's
That's
so
wrong.
bad.
I love the power glove. I've had enough of Joker.
Oh my god,
No,
he's
back
had
on
enough
the
of
jet.
Joker.
That's wild.
You're wild.
I am. I'm crazy. I'm mad geeked, as they say.
Sheer mental relief of getting back to work and having income was such a relief. I can imagine. I can absolutely imagine, but it's good to hear.
Yo, Wag, how's your 24-hour stream going?
Yeah, it's going well
Loser.
actually.
What a loser.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going really well,
fuck?
isn't it? It's going fucking awesome, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if I incorporate what I've streamed today, it would have been 15 hours so far.
That's not
Yeah,
funny.
but it isn't.
No,
Is it?
no, it is not.
I don't know what it is. I can't even English. Yeah.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
What were
Don't
you
worry
trying to
about it.
say?
It's
What are you fucking wild thornberries? What's going on?
fine.
No, that's usually
Started
Xylem.
working in May. My mental mode and improved 18 months. Not working was
Um,
actually soul drain. I can imagine, dude. That's insane. But no, sick to hear that you're doing better.
What I tried to say was that's not even close to 24 hours.
I know it's not.
Instead, I said that's not even.
Yeah.
Catman's
Said you
World.
just had a stroke.
Beep, bop, bop, bada, boop.
Stroke of genius.
Oh. Hey, beep, bop, bada, boop.
I can't wait to have
Alright.
tomorrow off.
Local boy, why your setup look different?
Because
Yeah,
I
set up
moved
looked
apartments.
Whoa, that's crazy.
This has been public knowledge for a while.
You moved?
No way, you moved apartments again?
You fucking moved as well, mate.
Yeah, you moved, Wag.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's like next month or whatever.
Dang it.
Next
Wait,
month?
Oh, you were talking
No,
to me.
joking.
You were talking to me when I moved today.
Of course I'm.
Ah, I'm an idiot.
Fucking end it all tonight. And guess whose
Whoa.
fault it's gonna be?
Sonic.
Why?
Figures.
I'm gonna be changing the course of all of your lives.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I don't need that.
Finding a place in this market. Oh jeez, okay, fuck me, holy fuck. Wow, okay. Holy, okay. Jesus. But no, yeah, total. It was rough. Very rough.
I feel like I should not be in the.
Go. Yo, let's tap.
Oh shit, we're all here.
Yeah, we are.
All
Come back.
all four of us are in the middle. No.
Where'd you guys go?
Traps. Swag.
You first?
I'm third.
Okay. No, I'm third. Well, fourth.
Oh no, I'm first now.
Don't worry, I'm
I'm about to get fucked up though. Yeah, I'm about to get fucked up.
I'm 11th. What happened? Where did they go?
Brother
How did this?
bear.
What occurred?
Hey! Fucker. Thank you, Sil. Oh, we are
How
getting
am I
like
alive?
no taps.
How am I 11th?
Let's go, local boy.
Oh. Come back! Come to me! Come to me!
Hey, yo, total Iron Shadow.
Come here.
Iron Shadow. I'm not a
Ow.
sheep. I'm
Yes.
a bird.
Even a
There we go.
sheep. I just like Shadow's speed.
Ow! What
Oh,
the
I'm first.
fuck? Oh, that's great.
I don't know how the fuck I don't know how. I'm gonna be real.
Oh my lord.
Why the fuck did like I just get
Damn.
dialogue option for beating up Eggman?
I have no idea.
Ah shit, I should have gone that way.
Ooh.
I just blew someone up.
No!
Ooh, I'm killing people. Ooh, it's happening.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna get hit.
I got hit.
No!
I was
It's
first
the
and
end.
I'm 10.
Oh, you're fucking me.
Let's go.
That's some bullshit. No, so
Don't
we're
waste
on a
the
team,
fucking
so
end.
we need to bump each other for us to get more points at the moment. So that's kind of how it's
fourth.
working.
Damn, not here.
Wag, did you go to Evolve today?
I did not.
Oh, did you go to Evolve yesterday?
I did not.
Ah. Well, screw you.
Oh.
What the fuck? Did
Bro,
you?
I was like asleep. I was
I
asleep
didn't.
today.
Why? You should have been doing a 24-hour live stream, nerd.
You should have been.
I should.
You promised everybody.
I no,
You did.
not really.
You broke that promise.
No, you promised.
I didn't promise.
Isn't that the cosplay bar? No, Evolve was like a it was like a con that happened.
Like a small one.
I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna go anyway.
Little baby one. Neither.
So why are you giving him shit?
Because
He
I
always
want
gives
to.
me shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you always do to me.
Yes, you're thinking of respawn total. Which I think is stopped now. I'm not too sure.
Alright.
I think we're due for a disconnect, to be honest.
We are definitely
Now
due
you've
for
said it.
one. I don't want to think about it.
Don't think about it.
Come on.
Come on.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, he
Love
totally
Eggman
has jinxed
saying
it.
that. He just sounds like Palpatine.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Ba-ba.
Bum 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 bum.
Floppy font. Floppy font. Topman.
I need to get rid of the on my Twitch layout. I have like a little tips section, and literally the only like 3 people who have tipped on my streams were from like 4 years ago. So these
Yep,
random
there it is.
the network error. God
There
damn
it
it!
is.
I jinxed
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah. Oh, that's it,
Yeah, I'm 5%
everyone.
of the
No
way.
more Sonic. Sonic over. Sonic racing.
Wait,
finished
Wag,
the
did you
episode
get
then?
it as well?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't.
I
just
got
saying
it.
please
What
wait.
the hell?
What the heck?
What the hell?
But there's not enough people in this mode, so I'm sure I'm gonna get kicked.
That's fun.
It's Sonic Racing.
Supersonic Racing.
Bum, 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 ba, da, da, da.
Ba-ba-da-bum-ba.
Are we hopping back in, or is that you guys done for the night?
I could probably go for another half an hour.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Mr.
mind.
Local boy underscore?
Yeah, I'll do a little bit more.
Oh, let's go.
I want this
But for
fucking.
some reason
I
I'm
want
jumping in.
rings. I don't want tap boost. I want rings.
We've got 4 minutes.
We've got 4 minutes to get
I'm
into.
calculating joining in this game, so
Yeah,
that'll
so we're
probably
fine,
kill a
right?
couple of minutes.
We're chill.
It's chill. Everything's fine.
Okay, all right. So, all right.
That was interesting.
Get me in here.
God, that fucking knocking. It plays on my right side of my ear, which is right where my door is.
Oh no, I'm still playing.
Nobody fucking knocks on my door. Toddle just played realistic knocking on my stream for 100
Oh.
bits.
Amazing.
Does it freak you out every time?
It didn't this time, like, because the game is so fucking loud.
Let me leave!
But like when it starts playing, it plays on the right ear first, which is the direction of my door.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Let me leave, you fucker.
Get me out of here! Sonic!
Oh, I can't. I
not
literally
allowed
have
to
to do it.
You're not allowed
That's
to. Well,
fucked.
this is fine, right? Because that means we get to leave tap
I guess so.
alone. You're doing it for us.
What can I say?
What can I
I'm goated.
say?
Except you're welcome. Ba-da-ba-ba-bow. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. With trail blazing. Sonic Racing.
So good.
Is Local Boy playing his match?
Yeah, I am. I had no option. I had to.
Lame. I'm in the time trials.
You're hitting the time trials. Damn.
In the time trials.
He
While hitting the
exploded.
gritty.
I did. Random track.
Ba-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Oh, I got another local boy. Hello. Hello, me.
Dear
Another
God.
you? Faker.
Come back here, me.
I think you're the fake hedgehog around here.
You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough. I'll make you eat those words.
Those words.
I'll make you eat those words.
I love how they interrupt each other.
Great.
It makes it realistic. I hate it in games when like they do the dub where someone interrupts someone, but then there's clearly the pause before they interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass. I'm also doing a
Yeah, but
time
it's all-
trial, I guess.
They should have Scooby toilets in this game.
Dear God.
Or tung 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 so.
Oh,
Thank
fucking.
you.
Who is
I
this
don't need
person
fuck
in
ass
our
for
fucking
enough.
voice chat? Get him out.
Get this man out of here.
Go 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 go.
No, 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 no.
Nice.
How did I miss? Oh, another monster truck. Are you kidding me?
Seriously?
Oh! And he fucking does. Oh, no, he doesn't come. I'm gonna kill you, Omega.
Oh my. Omega.
Tell you what you don't do, Omega. Make me rock hard. How about that, huh? How you gonna take that, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
Poor
you
Omega.
heard. Poor Omega. Poor me.
Yeah, that's true actually. For you. Ah. The wall.
No, I'm leaving. I'm coming back.
go.
I'm doing a time
Hey,
trial.
what are you doing? East Stadium?
Yeah.
Alright, let me know what you get. We'll see who's the better driver.
Probably you, if I had to guess.
Aw, thanks, babe. Done. New personal best. Let's go. To do 9 seconds faster though for S rank, and how is that possible? I don't know how that's possible. Yo, lobby
Oh.
invite.
I did get a lobby
Invites,
invite as well. Yeah, I fucked up going the right way. Whoopsies.
Ruh-roh.
Definitely not getting good rank.
I got 3 minutes 25 or 2 minutes 25, whatever it is.
Wait,
I don't remember.
3 minutes
That'd be
25.
Yeah.
I got
Oh, 2 minutes
229.
25? Alright, 225 then.
Yeah, I got 229.
Alright, join the lobby.
Because I didn't know what to do. No internet connection. What the fuck you mean?
What's is happening?
I'm exiting to main menu. How did I got a race? Great.
Sonic Racing.
Come on, log into the network faster, Sonic.
Come on.
Ah, man.
That's me, meter wag right now.
Yeah, I'm loading.
Come on!
I'm loading. It's happening. I am like actively trying to get in. There we go. I'm here now.
There he is.
It's me.
There he is! There's my favorite white boy!
Yippee! I'm your favorite white boy?
One of them.
One of them. You know what? I'll take it.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh my
Let me
god,
ready
the
up.
second favorite white boy.
But wait, who's
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Here's trouble.
Are you,
first now?
what?
Soda!
Did you know that Obama is half white?
No.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
I
Fun
was
fact.
unaware of that fact.
You want to know how I found out?
You
Oh.
googled it? You got
Cards Against Humanity.
Oh,
Mm.
I see.
You sound like you're feeling really, really good.
Oh
Luca.
yeah,
Are you
Obama's
in-
white
you in
half.
bed now, Luca?
The card.
Feeling good, like I should.
Hell
You
yeah.
in bed now, Luca? You in bed?
You Betty bye.
Yeah.
Are you EP
Yeah.
boy?
I haven't had that much fun clubbing in a long time.
Yeah.
Luca,
But
go bed by
so
now.
I go bed before midnight.
You go Betty bye.
Oh. Luca, go EP by.
Anyone
The
give you a
sleepy
little
baby.
kissy at the club?
Yo, Wag,
Hey,
sing
if
him to
you
bed.
wanna-
Sing
if
him
you
a
wanna-
lullaby to make him to bed.
Go to sleep.
Go on, keep going.
No.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, little baby.
There we go. There we go. See, it's helping. It's helping him.
Hey, it's me.
Yo, Wag. It's you. I know that guy.
That's me. I'm going into the mall. The colorful mall.
What's he going to the mall for?
What are you gonna buy?
Oh, yeah.
Lego.
Okay, too slow.
too slow.
Have you seen the? Did you see the Sega Genesis controller Lego that's coming out soon?
No, there's a Genesis controller.
Yeah, it looks kind of fire.
I know about
There's a
the
Genesis?
Game Boy, but
Yeah.
did
I
not
don't
know about
Genesis controller.
Genesis. That sounds awesome.
I missed that.
Oh, we on ring mode now. Maybe
We are
it
on
got
ring mode,
disconnected
we're
because it went over to ring mode. Maybe it
Maybe.
disconnects every time it changes, which is kind of lame.
That is very lame.
That is pretty lame if that's what it does. Oh, stop it! Hurting me, you fuckers!
Oh my.
So, deep breaths, deep breaths.
Never.
Bruh. Never?
I refuse.
Never ever? In a million years?
The
Fucking
emphasis is
hell,
slow
things
now.
keep exploding.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I can't believe.
Alright, random.
Monster truck! Hey, Scott.
Hello, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Enjoy first for a little bit. Oh, yo, we get first, second, and third. Let's go. And fourth.
Let's do it.
Ooh. I did that. Oh, I sniped whoever was in first with my bomb. That was awesome.
Let's go.
How could you?
I did the fuck ass like Mario Kart technique.
I do like that Luca, like, he, like, leaves, then comes back, then leaves, then comes back.
I don't know what happened with my internet. My internet, like, was bugging out for a second.
He always comes back.
That's me.
He always comes back.
You,
Ah,
Don't
tornado
call it a
fucker, fuck you,
comeback.
fuck you.
you could say the man behind the Scorpio.
Oh shit. I'm in first.
Keep it up.
Quick, someone catch up. Someone get him
trying.
out of first.
No,
We're on a
we
team,
want,
though.
We want him to be in first.
So there's like 3 different teams, but there's
shit.
like different places in the race. I'm confused.
Hey, Scott.
Hello. Hello.
We were first, second, and third for a while. Just this fuck ass Tails. That has
Kill
a
him.
boost.
And 8 tails.
Oh shit.
Yo, big boost.
Tails is enough.
So good actually. Yo, wait, first, second, third, maybe?
Oh, nah.
No.
Close.
Ah.
I should have done better.
Wait, did you just overtake me at the last second there?
No, I think I got second.
Or was that? Oh,
Yeah, I
thank
got
goodness.
second.
Local boy in fifth.
Shadow's just like, I should have done better. Like, bitch, no.
But we surely win. Surely we win.
Surely we got the
Surely.
most rings.
I had like 400. Or 300. Oh, you... Oh, wait, no,
No,
we
it's
won,
fine,
we
it's
won,
fine,
we
it's
won.
fine.
I nearly had a fucking crash out right there. I nearly fucking threw my controller.
Victory Royale.
Fine, it's fine. We did it. We win.
We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
we take the W.
That's what we do, baby.
What we do, win,
Is
win.
what we do best.
Hashtag winning. I'm looking forward to playing
Absolutely.
the Sonic Frontiers level in this game. I thought that's gonna be cool. It's gonna look sexy.
I feel like I've played like no levels. It's like I've played like 4 levels specifically.
Yes.
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 Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
No.
oh. No. Bren,
Bren.
are you excited when they add Red from Angry Birds to this game?
That would be awesome, actually. Can we get Chuck from Angry Birds instead?
It is
What's the
crazy
other
that we're
one?
getting like SpongeBob and stuff. That is insane.
That is pretty insane.
Where's the crossover there?
Paramount Pictures owns Nickelodeon. Paramount Pictures.
Oh, of course.
That's why. That's the crossover there.
Actually, that's what we're. You know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get like movie Sonic and movie Shadow. That's what we're
Probably.
gonna get.
Everyone thought that, but then in a recent interview, Izuka's like, "Nah, we did the Sonic movie crossover last year and Sonic Shadow Generations. We ain't doing it for this game."
Okay, good.
Everyone's like, oh, "Okay then." Unless he's just lying.
Yeah. They could just be
Could be.
lying. Are there 2 Omegas? going on there?
Yep.
I got gifted this really nice candle, and the scent of the candle is so nice. I don't even want to like light the candle. I just want to sniff the wax. That sounds weird. It just smells so good. That's a good candle. I'm in my
Stop
candle
like
era
smelling
right now.
wax.
And wag.
Oh.
Uh oh, we're gonna get disconnected, aren't we?
No, I think we're fine.
We fine?
Maybe. This doesn't look good though.
It ain't looking good, Chief.
Oh.
Ah!
No, here we go.
This took a while.
We're so back.
Noodles.
It's doing alright.
Noodles.
Ah! Ah!
It's just a long loading screen.
I love loading screens. Little Sonic 06 reference.
True. Can't believe I beat that game.
Yo, Platty Pete, like your tweet? Yo, Platty Pete, if you're watching, hello.
Get on.
Get on. Hop on.
Yeah, go on. I dare you. Oh, I missed
You
the
won't.
boost.
Oh, everyone in this Twitch stream right now has been in a Platty Pete YouTube video. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, wait a minute, when? But then I remember the Axe interview.
Yes.
Victory!
Oh yeah. I'm ahead.
First, second, third, baby. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Oh, never mind. I need to stop saying that because every time I say it, this is no longer the case. I'm
Yeah,
in
you're-
10,000 first.
Damn.
Damn.
Get out of here, Tater. The doctor. We go random. Oh shit, nice. Balloon.
Oh, I like this stage. This
Oh, not boo.
Oh, where the fuck did that?
Bumbo.
Where did that boo come from, dude? Fucking boom
I feel like the
boo.
boo shows up too often. They need a nerf boo.
It shows up way too often, and I fucking hate it.
Hashtag nerf boo.
Did we kill King Bomb Boo?
In Minecraft.
No, just in general.
Nah.
Hate that guy.
Let's go. Thanks very much, out.
What? I just fucking jumped off? Like I didn't even make the jump?
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Get
Out of my way.
Oh, bro's about to go monster truck mode.
I'm getting as many rings as I can.
I'm like missing all the rings.
Boost. Oh, I keep missing that fucking middle platform.
What? Oh. Come on, man.
As if I missed him. As if.
Oh, not the boo.
No. The dark shadow.
We take these. I got second, I think.
Richard the W. I think he got third.
I have no idea where I got.
Unless I somehow got first.
No, I think you second or third.
Now, let's find out.
Find out.
Let's find out.
Maybe.
Game. Game. Can we find out?
Gamer, what to find out?
Ba-ba.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hey!
You got first, nice.
Big hype.
Hey, we
Double-
actually we cannot
Oh.
lose.
Hell yeah.
We actually
Please.
can't lose.
There's not a
Oh,
single way
actually
we can.
We literally cannot lose.
Damn,
That's
son.
crazy.
Oh, my Gangnam Style.
We win those.
Indeed. 507 rings. That's impressive.
Was that how many you got?
Yes.
Ah, so you're saying that you're impressive.
I'm saying that
like how
the
board is
ability to
flipped.
get that was impressive to me. I'm impressed about myself.
Right.
Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun, dun. Ba, 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 ba.
Hell yeah. Bum 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 bum.
Oh, I got the Phantoms title. Nice.
Same.
Yo,
Oh my
wait,
god.
how do you get that?
You've got it, don't you?
I probably do. Oh yeah, no, yes. That's the battle pass.
Guy.
It's the battle pass.
Battle pass.
The battle pass.
Da, 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 da.
Oh.
Ba, ba, da,
Bum
ba,
bum
ba.
bum bum bum. Ba 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 da ba ba.
Logging on.
Okay. All right. Calm down.
Yo.
Sorry, I was turning it up.
Farewell.
Whoa. Turn down for what?
Yeah.
Into the Harlem
yeah.
Shake.
Turn down for what?
I know Luca joined the chat.
Guys, I do a really good Luca impression.
Yeah. Go on.
No. Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
That's all he ever sounds like to me.
Yeah,
I'm at the front.
my poor Luca.
Hello.
Do it.
Hello. Hello.
Oh hi! Hello!
Whoa. Toad?
What did Toad join? What the fuck?
Toad. Toad.
Why did that grrr sound? It sounded like
Later.
sound like Squidward.
SpongeBob.
Also, I
SpongeBob.
love the fact in the SpongeBob level, like Squidward is like a background character, but he looks massive. He's like,
I was gonna say, is Squidward gonna be a racer as well, or is it just SpongeBob?
he's no,
I
it's
hope so.
SpongeBob and Patrick.
Man, SpongeBob and Patrick.
No,
I want
this is
Mr.
bad.
Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr.
Do you
Krabs.
think he's dead?
Who is Mr. Krabs?
Trump.
I would hope so.
Oh, did you
You're
hear?
gonna have-
Everyone thought he was dead. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm
no!
saying.
Yeah, I would
Network
love.
error. Oh,
Oh, you got a network error?
Bro.
That bodes well for me.
Sans?
Sand Undertale?
they should put Sans in the game.
They should put Sands in this game.
Like, what do you
That'd
think
be
of the
awesome,
Delta,
actually.
new chapters of Delta Rune?
Delta Rune chapters. Chapter 5,
You good?
Sonic.
Sonic's in it.
Yeah.
What? Is he?
Delta
trust
Rune?
Yeah.
Roger Craig
he's
Smith
not.
to play Delta. Hey, what's up?
You said Sonic is in Delta Rune.
I'm killing people. Oh, hey.
Okay.
Get boosted.
Why does Bro sound like an NPC?
Don't know.
He does. It's true, he does.
He's not answering questions. You said Sonic
Why
is
is
in
it that
Delta Rune?
Suspect Dino is in first, and then we went to like some fucking Dino track? What is this
Who
bullshit?
knows?
That's,
This is
that's
rigged.
a bit suspect.
What the hell just exploded me? Oh, the
Yeah,
fuck ass.
something ate my asshole.
Fuck ass monster truck.
Oh, there's another monster coming.
A second monster truck just hit me.
A second monster truck has hit the towers.
Has hit the wag.
This is Wags 911.
My personal 911.
Yeah.
I'm doing terribly.
Yeah, same.
I'm in 9th.
Yeah, I'm in second, but ring-wise, I'm doing hard.
Go faster, dude.
And I've just been overtaken by everyone.
It's, oh, never mind. I'm 4th now. Wowee.
Oh, I got some rings. Thanks, Amachow. Oh no, boo!
Oh, ciao.
Boo!
I fucking hate that guy so much. Why does he
He's
exist?
such a frick. No, I'm
He's the
fucking
worst
11.
boss in Sonic Adventure 2 as well.
Oh, I got...
These character models are so nice in this game. I'm just looking at all the characters. They all look sexy. Especially Omega.
Omega is very nice.
Kim Daeon from Twice is in this round? What the hell?
What? Your favorite?
Yes! I can't beat her.
No! Please, I beg you.
Okay, well, I've come in
That
last.
was terrible.
They should have Jiho as a DLC character. That's what I'm saying.
I had to let her win.
You had to do what you had to do.
My god, guys. Well, well, well. Oh shit. Oh shit, it didn't matter.
Yo, let me play again. Oh, let me play again.
Oh yeah, Scott wasn't in this.
No, he wasn't.
No wonder he did so badly.
Oh.
Main menu. Just got to come back in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Let's go. Da 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 da.
Give it
Da
up,
da da
da.
da.
With Traple blazing.
Ugh.
I'll invite him.
I wish I could invite him, but I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Why not?
I guess because I'm the leader, right?
Yeah, it's because you're the leader.
Following the leader, the leader.
I'm
the
not allowed to
leader.
do anything.
Valid.
As a follower of the leader. Which is, I think, very bullshit. Spotify keeps giving me messages to get in my Spotify account. It's like, I don't even use Spotify. I don't need to get into my account. Leave me alone.
Someone trying to access your account?
Hmm?
Very well.
Yeah, I think so.
It's me.
Uh-oh.
Awesome.
He's trying to get his streams up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you, dude.
Fuck does that mean, huh?
Oh, whoa, what do you mean?
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Asshole?
I'm just saying, Spotify kind of yikes. Like, welcome back to
How do
Spotify.
they like raise the prices?
Yeah, no, I do not use Spotify at all.
Yeah,
Fuck
I switched
Spotify.
to Apple Music.
I just use YouTube Music.
Though, for undisclosed reasons, I get it for free, so.
Damn.
Yeah, undisclosed.
Crazy.
Undisclosed
that?
reasons.
Guys, look at the fucking timer just go up and down.
That contractually I'm not
See
allowed to
that?
talk about.
Timer
Bruno
keeps
Steve
changing.
Yes.
I'm
Yes!
Steve. I know Steve Jobs personally.
Good.
Wait, isn't Steve from Minecraft going to be in this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Alex?
that's right.
From the post-credit scenes of the Minecraft movie.
Can't wait.
Was.
Yo, local boy.
Hello.
Your track got chosen.
Oh, I thought you were just asking for my attention and I gave it to you.
I mean, thanks for that.
I thought we were having a moment.
We can
Kinda
always
upset.
have a moment.
Well, no, now I feel like the time's gone. I feel like the moment's passed.
Well, we can have another one whenever you want.
Oh, I fucked up.
Oh. What do you mean you fucked up?
I love
fucked
how
up the
long
dash.
this space is at the start. It's so funny.
The-
It's so jank.
It's so, like the start of this is so wild. You're just in such like a small area. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
me the goods, oh my child.
Ow. Oh god.
Not the big fuck off boo.
Oh, I skipped it all. Oh Christ.
Oh shit, Scott, we're in first.
Oh, nope.
Where you
Monster
going?
truck.
We're going to Sky Road, baby. I love this stage. It's so pretty.
Guy road. We can get a
Even in the
boost
team
if we
so
get a
close
little
to
bit
the
more
stage.
rings. There it is. I love
This is
hitting-
Sonic Adventure 1, right? Is it?
I don't
No.
know.
Also, local boy, can you please do that thing this week, please?
Oh, yeah, that thing? Yeah, I guess so.
I was like, I'll delay it because of this open network test.
Ow.
Oh god, we're all getting fucked.
Yeah, as usual. I'm going this way. I've never gone this way before. That's probably a bad idea.
Oh, I
to
didn't
do
know there
in
was a
this
shortcut.
I wouldn't call it a shortcut.
Oh, we're all doing parallel right now. Ow!
Boost.
Oh no, but Omocha, yes. Ah! Fucker! Stop hitting me!
Give us the boost.
I can't
No!
believe that I've now.
They're
come
all.
in, like,
Oh
the
shit!
last
Wait.
place.
The
Okay,
last
right.
minute boost.
Embarrassing.
Please, please, please. Oh,
Oh, nice.
yeah. Alright, I
The
think
last
this is gonna be the
minute
last one
boost.
for local boy and Wag this next race.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
Hey! Ending on a win.
Double win.
Look at us fucking go, you motherfuckers!
We end on a win. Hell yeah.
We've been ending on a win. You're doing one more after this.
One more?
I unfortunately have work, so I gotta bail.
And wham wham.
Womp womp.
Yeah, big womp
Well,
womps from me.
Are you have a good day at work tomorrow?
Thank
Yes,
you.
go have.
I'll try.
Go have a good day.
Oh well. Wait,
will.
so is it only Scott that's still streaming, or are you still streaming Wag as well?
No, I'll be ending.
Wow.
Right.
Scott can go have fun.
I guess I'll come and raid you, Scott.
Yes!
Indeed. We'll be raiding
Oh
you.
my god. I'm gonna get 2 raids back to back. This is gonna be crazy. But I'm gonna pretend I don't
Right.
know about this.
To back.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Alright, I guess I'll do a Grand Prix
Grand Prick.
with Joker.
Persona 5.
Alrighty, fellas. Have a lovely rest of your night.
You too.
kiss.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye bye, nerds.
Bye.